Hi, I am Nidhi Godha. My daughter Ria scored 1570 in her SAT attempt. Ria has been with Guide for the last 6 months and she's prepared both for SAT and the college applications with them. I strongly suggest Guide to all the parents for their child's college journey.
My name is Mihika Mukherjee, and well, yes, I made it into Cornell. I've been a part of Guide for around 3 years, and it has been an amazing experience, giving me such a great platform to explore and to have a great profile. SATs and AP really give you the edge to be able to crack Ivy Leagues and even the most topmost universities in this world. Well, being a part of Guide and availing their service of APs and SATs, the teachers, the faculty, they are really caring and they actually care about how you are able to cope up with your workload along with preparing for your SATs. We had regular tests on Sundays sometimes and also regular teaching, which helped us a lot. Hi.
Okay, good morning, everybody. And almost 1,600 of you on a Sunday morning joining us to, I believe, know what are the futuristic careers, what is it that we do as an organization, and maybe just help you with the burning questions of yours that what should be the right subjects, what should be the streams that my child should be or I myself should be selecting, because we do understand that December is that month of the year where you are going to be expected to do a lot of subject selections in your school, whether you are moving from grade 8th to ninth, or whether you are moving to grade 10th to 11th in next couple of months. So I completely understand that that's the reason. And most importantly, we as an organization, which is High School Moms and Guide, we do get asked this question that what subject, what stream, what careers should I be looking at for my child in the era of AI, where AI is replacing a lot of jobs. And we always like to correct them that AI is not replacing jobs. People who knows AI well will certainly replace you. Rather, we strongly believe that because of AI, there are a lot of jobs that's gonna get created as well. So my name is Avni Parekh, and I'm the Vice President for Student Engagement and Student Counseling at High School Moms and Guide.ai, with over 15 years of experience guiding students and parents in their journey towards successful careers and colleges. And few important announcements before we move forward with regards to the presentation and giving you a, I would say, a 30,000 feet view from an accomplished and a successful and Asia's leading career counselor, Mr. Abhishek Gupta. We are technically right now not going to answer any of your questions when Abhishek's presentation is going to be on through the chat. So please avoid putting anything in the chat, because we will not be in a position to answer. Consider that there are almost 1,800 of you, and if even 10% of you start putting your questions in the chat, it's not possible for us to answer. Without taking much of your time, let me introduce Mr. Gupta, the founder and CEO of High School Moms and Guide.ai. As I said, Asia's leading career counselor. He is a proud alumni of University of California, Los Angeles. He has counseled over 100,000 students, conducted over 2,000 plus workshops like these, and in schools and nationally and internationally. But most importantly, he loves to be called as the career coach and the career counselor for all of you. So, Abhishek, wherever you are in the screen, I don't see you.
I'm here.
Yes,
I'm
there you
right
are.
here. I'm
Okay.
right here.
Okay, so over to you for next couple of hours for an extremely important, engaging, and an insightful session for students and parents across the globe, not just India.
All right, let's figure it out where you all are coming from. But couple of quick ones. Number one, please be on the camera in case in the end I am left with some time. I might just take some questions, but it will be from people who will be on the camera. I always say that respect is mutual. I respect you by giving you all the information, and you respect me by being on the camera. It's very sad to talk to an empty screen, and that's not something that I generally like to do. Second, like Avni said, that questions can come later once my talk is over. because sometimes we also do not even know what question to ask. And at times we end up asking the wrong question. For example, most of the times a counselor like me, who is used to 1,500, 1,800, 2,000 students and parents in a Zoom room, ends up getting a question, sir, what is the highest paid career after PCM? There is nothing called a highest paid career after PCM. As long as you're in the top 1% of the career that you're supposed to be, you will make money. Period. There's nothing called the highest paid career, because I'm sure you all will agree that not all doctors in your cities are successful, though all of them have the same degree, and not all engineers in your city are successful. Similarly, there are lawyers graduating from the best of the law schools in the country, working in the same court, one earning 5 lakh rupees per sitting, and other just getting 100 rupees for notarizing. So it's not about that all lawyers are successful. There is nothing called the highest paid career in the world until unless you're in the top 1% of the career. I can tell you that whichever city you are joining in from, you might be having a career counselor near you, but still people come to me from around the country and around the world, wait for 15 days to get my appointment and possibly talk to me or meet me on a session like this. It's simply because when you are at the helm of the career that you are in, you will always have a demand. Now, before I go forward, thank you so much for joining in on a Sunday morning. I cannot tell you, every quarter when I do this session, there is always this question that what kind of Zoom capacity should we take? And we always start with, okay, let's take for 1,000. And finally, by the day we actually are about to start the session, we're like, okay, let's keep it at about 2,000, 2,500. Guess what? 1,910 of you already in the Zoom room, minus 10 because 10 people are from my team. So 1,900 of you coming from variety of the parts of the country. Can't tell you how grateful I am. Many congratulations to all of those who are joined by their parents. Believe me, today I will also talk to you like a father of an 18-year-old. My son is in grade 12. He is applying to the best of the universities in the world. God willingly, he will get it, because in next 10 days, he's supposed to get his offers. He's got a couple of them already. We are still waiting for some more before I start making the announcement, because I know everybody is excited. Where is Abhishek's son's going? So we will announce that on our Instagram. Wait for the time. ऐसे टाइम पे आते आते मैं भी थोड़ा सा बहमी हो गया हूं, और मुझे भी ऐसा लगने लग गया है कि यार थोड़ा सा रुक जाते वरना नजर लग जाएगी. So it's right that moment. But let me tell you, congratulations to everybody who is joined by a parent. Congratulations to all the parents for taking out time. Remember one thing, behind every successful teenager is a very intentional parent. It is not a parent, it's a very, very intentional parent. And I always say this as a father, that, though my son is world's #1 debater, he's the founder of Asia's biggest debating community, and he's still in grade 12. It's called the Teen Debater. He has possibly won the best of the awards in the world, including Economic Times this year, Economic Times Business Conclave Award as Economic Times Young Change Maker for being the founder of the Teen Debater community. A guitarist and a drummer, an SAT score of 1580 out of 1600. But believe you me, he alone would not have been able to do it had his mom or his father, which is sitting right in front of you, would have not done what was required to be done as early as grade 8 and grade 9, because we never said, oh, it's the board year in grade 10, oh, 11th is too difficult, oh, 12th is too late. No, we did not do that, because we started planning as early as grade 8. Now, before I go forward and admit whoever is there in the waiting room right now, we've crossed 2,000. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. About to start in just 2 minutes. But before I go forward, I have one question for all of you. In the chat, please tell me, which city are you joining in from, and which country are you joining from if you're not from India? Let's have it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Which city are you joining in from, and which country? Kolkata, Hyderabad, Nagpur, amazing. Songarh, Surat, Navi Mumbai. Mumbai, Lucknow, Ranchi, Muscat, I see. Dubai, I see. Saudi Arabia, I see. Sikkim, okay, I can see Northeast coming in. I can see up north, Prayagraj coming in. I can see a lot of Middle East. Bahrain is coming up. Oman is coming up. Siliguri, Kerala. Oh my God, this is amazing. I can see a lot of Mumbai. I can see a lot of Karnataka. I can see a lot of down south also coming. I see somebody from Germany. Very nice. This is amazing. Trivandrum, Pune, Gwalior, Hisar, Ahmedabad. I see somebody from Pakistan. Okay, this is Sharjah. All right, Udupi, Bhopal, Mumbai, Valsad, Malaysia, Australia. This is going crazy. This is going crazy. Dubai, Jalandhar, Mumbai, Kenya, Bangalore, Bihar, Pune. Thank you so very much, everybody. Cannot tell you what it feels for a counselor like me to have attraction around the country and around the world. And with that, let me quickly share my screen with one last question. Tell me, which class is your child studying in if you're a parent? Which class are you studying in if you are a student? Quickly. All right. Oh, damn. I see sixth also joining in. Okay, seventh is good. Sixth is too early. I will tell the parent, whoever whose child is in grade 6, let the child be. थोड़ा सा बचपना कर लेने दो अभी और 2 साल बाकी हैं. 8th is a good time to start planning. थोड़ा सा बचपना कर लेने दो. I mean, let the child enjoy a little bit of being a kid as well. This is so amazing. I also see a student of mine I counseled recently. Lahana, good to see you. First one on my screen, and she's smiling. Very good. Coming from Bengal, I counseled her over Zoom. Anyways, this is crazy. Quickly sharing my screen now. All right, for some reason, I'm unable to share my screen. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again and a formal welcome. My name is Abhishek Gupta. I'm the founder of what is known as world's largest parent-student community today, High School Moms. 45 million of you follow us on social media and other places. Over 10,000 of students and parents reach out to us every single month. And it would not have been possible without your support. So deeply, deeply grateful. I'm also the founder of International Alliance of Counselors and Educators. You must have seen a video playing in the background when we were about to start up. There we do a lot of conferences of heads of schools and principals and counselors. Sometimes it's about telling them what our kids need, and sometimes it's about training them on how to teach better. You might be able to see a lot of your principals on the screen. That's the image from one of our annual conferences, where we invite 200 heads of the school. And for 3 days, we keep on training them, talking to them about your child and my child. Finally, I'm the founder of Guide AI. So High School Moms is you, Guide AI is us, all right? So High School Mom is the community, Guide AI is the organization that we have built. Guide AI is possibly one of the most trusted career counseling and college advisory company in entire Asia Pacific. We are the only company in India to be selected by none other than Forbes. Yes, you heard it right. Forbes selected us as one company having the potential of global impact. In 2025, we got selected by Forbes, the only education company from India to be in that list. Our students are studying in the best of the universities in the world, whether Harvard to Stanford to Berkeley to LSE to UCLA, where I also graduated from, to UC Berkeley to Oxbridge, which is Oxford and Cambridge, to NUS Singapore, you name it. And they're studying in the best of the universities in India. And very proud to say almost 40 students of ours are studying in some of the finest universities in India, and that too on 100% scholarships. Students come to us from around the country and around the world, from Dulwich College in Singapore to Dubai International Academy in Dubai to everything in the middle in India. Our students come from a variety of schools in India and outside India to take career advisory, career assessments, SAT prep, advanced placement prep, preparing their kids for Ivy Leagues. That's what we do the best. And like I said, we are into career counseling, SAT prep, profile building. 97% of our students are studying in the top 100 universities of the world, because for us, the list tops at top 100. And some of them with crazy, crazy scholarships. And like we said, we focus on leading Indian universities as well, not every single Indian university. Before you came into the session, we did send a random message to some of you to get some of your questions. And I do intend to take some of those questions during my presentation today. Let's quickly now jump in. So all of us are aware that the world is completely changing because of artificial intelligence. Now, at this juncture, if you end up selecting the wrong subjects, you will end up not getting the right degree. And if you do not get the right degree, you will possibly think that you will not be able to get into the right career. Now, the most important part is, in the world that is completely changing, let me prove to you how you and me are currently also thinking. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you 3 subjects. Your fingers on your keyboard right now. Remember, for next 1 hour, the only way you are able to talk to me is through the keyboard, right? So fingers on your keyboard. I'll give you the subject. Tell me the first career that comes to your mind in a split second. PCM. Give me the career in the chat. JEE, engineering, 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 engineering. Look at that. All right. PCB. Let's see. Doctor, 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 doctor. You will see that, right? Commerce. Commerce. Now see, a lot of CAs and CS will come. And humanities, the moment I say humanities, you will see law and IAS coming, law and IAS coming, law or UPSC coming. Imagine the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine, I'll just use 2 sentences in Hindi and we'll try and translate for anybody and everybody who does not understand Hindi as well. ये लिखते वक्त आपको यहां पे थोड़ी सी तकलीफ भी नहीं हुई? Right here. If in 2025, every PCM student should be an engineer and every PCB student should be a doctor in a country जहां पे 25 lakh बच्चा NEET लिखता है for 1 lakh seats, every year 24 lakh students will not crack NEET. They will never become doctors. Pick up the phone and call up any medical preparation or IIT preparation institution in your city, and you will realize there are 4 to 5 batches for gap year students to 1 batch of a fresher student. And then you think that, and Suryansh is nodding. Suryansh is saying, yes, yes, sir, I agree. I'm going through the same. Yes, sir, I agree. Imagine, how do you think your child will be able to clear IIT or NEET if there is capacity constraint? Your child might be great, but the problem is top 20 universities of India or institutions of India for engineering, when I include all IITs into one, all NITs into one, all triple IITs into one, then also if I take top 20, there are only 70,000 seats across all specializations. 21st is a bad engineering college to go. Your child will not get a job. So 15 lakh aspirants for JEE, 70,000 seats, 25 lakh aspirants for doctor, 1 lakh seats, and I've still not taken out the SC, ST, OBC, and the reserved categories. I've still not taken it out. I've combined private, I've combined public. 40 lakh bachcha, 1,70,000 seat. Less than 0.5%. Are you not playing with your child's career by only focusing on these 2 things? In 1990s, it was easy. It isn't easy today. And I'll take you through certain breaking news. Topper of Delhi University, a college, and I'm sorry, I cannot name the college, but a college where you and me dream to go for BCom and Eco honors. She makes a post, 10 gold medals, 50 certificates, no jobs, and I'm topper of Delhi University. Why? March 20th, 2025, 83% engineers in our country did not get job this year. 83%. 83%, ladies and gentlemen. AI will replace millions of jobs in India by 2030. You are thinking that मेरा बच्चा millions में नहीं होगा. होगा. At least 2030 में तो होगा. If you are in this session, remember one thing, your and my child will be possibly knocking the doors of the career around 2030. And if by that time, your child is not prepared, your child is not getting a job. And I'm not saying it. India Today is saying it. So you can fight with me, but you can't fight with reality. In just last 2 months, 150,000 software and computer engineers have been fired by TCS, Amazon, Meta, Accenture. 150,000 software engineers, ladies and gentlemen. And for you right now, it's still PCM is equal to engineering, and engineering has to be computer engineering. Guess what? I'll give you an example. So I'm a very proud father. My son is a school topper, class topper. He has a predictive of 45 on 45 in IBDP. Now, a 1580 on SAT. He won a science competition in the world last year, which is one of the oldest science competitions and the most difficult science competitions in the world. It happens in South Africa every year. It's called ESCOM. And he won the gold medal for India as young engineering scientist. A great student with PCM, but let me tell you, we've already filed his applications in India and outside India. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not going for sciences and he's not going for engineering. A topper in PCM, not going for engineering. Anyways, even those who wanted to go and take the US route, in 1990s, it was software engineering, which could have taken you to US. And now it is data analytics, which can take you to US. Times have changed, completely changed. For those who are thinking about humanities, AI is coming behind lawyers. Guess what? Just a few weeks back, the judge from Supreme Court of India mentioned that if India has to get rid of the backlog of 3 crore cases pending in India, the only way to do it is put AI in the courtroom. Put artificial intelligence in the courtroom. Now you will understand why thousands of lawyers have lost their jobs in India already this year, and why over 15,000 web designers and designers have already lost their jobs, because GPT and AI is able to do it. Generative AI to replace 46% of the tasks in India. I'm not talking about abroad right now. So 1990s was simple, ladies and gentlemen. PCM was engineering. PCB was doctor. Commerce was CA. Humanities was law or UPSC or hotel management. आप फिर भी अच्छे हैं. मेरे को तो बोला गया था, if you take humanities, you're good for nothing. Right? So आप लोग तो फिर भी अच्छे, you are still saying UPSC and law. But guess what? Careers of today look very, very different. Very different. Let me show you the careers of today. They are not linear. And how did I come up with this? I only believe in research and I believe in planning. So आपको हंसी आएगी. For my son, we opened the college applications as early as grade 9. We took a new register and we actually, because he wanted to apply to Ivy Leagues, Cornell and Stanford and Princeton and Brown, We actually opened all those applications in grade 9, made a note of it, what all they are asking. And then for last 3 years, we've been doing everything so that no column in that application is left blank. Similarly, even for his jobs, we have gone to the website career section of top 50 Fortune 500 companies and figured out what are the jobs available for freshers so that we can prepare him for it. These are the jobs available on the Fortune 500 companies' websites in the career section for your and my kid. Now the question is, some of you are here for subject selection. I will talk about it. Some of you are here for career selection. I will talk about it. Some of you are here, which curriculum is right? CBSE, ISC, IGCSE or IB. I will talk about it a little bit. But the fact of the matter is, I will show you a list of at least 70 futuristic, high demand careers over next 20, 30 years. I will show you that. That's on my next screen. Take a screenshot, feel free to take it. This was made for you. Now, fingers on your keyboard, honestly tell me, can I stop my presentation now? Because all of you were here for career selection. I've given you the topmost careers. Should I stop it, say thank you and say bye-bye? Why not? Why not? Okay, let me take one of you. Just wave if somebody is ready to be a sport. All right, Jaya Singh, I'm just unmuting your kiddo. Beta, I want you to be a sport and where did you go? Why can't I see you now? Where did you go? Sorry. Avni, can you unmute Jaya Singh?
Just a minute, Abhishek. I'm just trying to find where.
Yeah, I can see him. All right. Unmuted. All right.
Yes, sir.
Hi,
Greetings.
beta, what's your name?
My name is Krishant.
Krishant, one question. There is a list of futuristic, high demand careers in next 20, 30 years. Does that solve your problem, beta?
No,
Why not?
because I have no path to reach them.
Because you have no path to reach them. All right, awesome. Thank you, beta Krishant. Thank you so very much for being a sport. Imagine, ये list मैंने आपको दे दी, but it will not help you. You know why? Because you still do not know which is the right career for your child. Now, let me ask you a question. Again, in the chat, fingers on your keyboard and answer this to me. Do you take a Google map, open it and say, take me anywhere but take me fast? Do you use the Google map like that? No. Why not? What do you do then? You give the destination first. Correct. You give the destination first. Great. So all of you understand it. The journey comes later, destination comes first. Right? Okay. Today, did you get up and click any Zoom link because you had nothing better to do on a Sunday, or you knew that you were coming and attending this session, that's why you clicked on the Zoom link? First or second? One or two? Two, correct? Again, the journey came in later. Clicking the link was the journey. The first decision was destination. Now imagine this situation. What mistakes do? We take the journey first without knowing the destination. Most of you will end up, believe me, सबसे बड़ी गलती आप लोग क्या करेंगे, और बहुत बड़ी गलती है. It's such a mistake that you will end up pushing your child into a rat race. And the mistake that you will do is, on the basis of grade 8 marks in ISC or grade 10 marks in CBSE, you'll end up selecting grade 11 and 12 subjects. You will say, oh my God, my child got a 95 in science in grade 10. He is a PCM or a PCB kid. No. Do you genuinely feel that grade 10 science is a science or grade 10 maths is also maths? What are you doing? Once you select the subjects, you'll end up taking a knee-jerk reaction. Everybody is meant for IIT, everybody is meant for NEET. If you have taken commerce, you better be a CA. नहीं पता है क्या आपको? 0.5% selection ratio for IIT, 0.3% selection ratio for NEET, 0.3. नहीं पता है क्या आपको? I'm sure you must have talked to crazy number of, talked about crazy number of careers with your child. Crazy. I bet my life none of you ever thought or talked to your child, beta, career counseling is also a career. Imagine 2,500 of you joining in to listen to a career counselor and joining in from not just India, but from around the world. But according to all of you, I am unemployed. Founder of world's largest parent-student community is unemployed. Founder of Guide AI, Forbes selected multi-million-dollar edtech company. I am the founder. 100% bootstrapped. But I'm unemployed. A career counselor who is known as Asia's #1 career counselor, but according to you, damn, he's not an engineer and a doctor and a CA and a lawyer. He's unemployed. Imagine. That's the problem with our thought process. So आप पहले subject select कर लेंगे. Then also there is a confusion. Why? Because now you're preparing your child for a degree, not a career. Degree and career are two different things. I'll tell you, I'll prove it to you with my own example. Rather, one example of mine and one of other career. Imagine Asia's #1 career counselor sitting and talking to all of you. I'm deeply grateful that you all have joined in. But can you imagine Asia's #1 career counselor, founder of Guide AI and High School Moms, but there is no degree in the world called Bachelor's in Career Counseling or Master's in Career Counseling, ladies and gentlemen. There's no degree in the world. Can you imagine that? Go and Google it. There is Master's in Counseling, not Master's in Career Counseling. It's a very specific area. I'm not a psychological counselor. I'm not a clinical counselor. I'm a career counselor. Somebody who understands the landscape of education, understand the teenagers, combine both of them so that every single child gets the best career they deserve. Right? Second, imagine some of you want to become a space scientist. Anybody here who wants to become a space scientist in the chat? Wants to go into space science? Yes. Okay. All right, great. So many of them. Now imagine space science is one career, but do you know there are multiple degrees that can take you in space science? I can give you example of 10 degrees, but because of shortage of time, I'll give you only 3. One is called a career through astrophysics. What do you need? Very high level of physics, super high level of mathematics, better than physics. Now you will do bachelor's in physics, master's in astrophysics, and a PhD in astrophysics, because without PhD, there is no job in astrophysics, and that too from a top tier university in India and outside India. Please remember, ISRO and NASA do not hire from tier 2. Only problem, this path is great for those who are great in mathematics and calculus, super great in maths and great in physics, but are ready to do research for 7 years after masters because there is no career without a PhD. Versus another degree called computational mathematics. Somebody who develops mathematical models sitting on the computer. So mathematics and programming combined karke, there is a degree called computational mathematics. 4 years and you can go into space science. Only problem, it's okay if you do not know physics and chemistry, but you have to be rock solid with programming and rock solid with mathematics. 4 years and you'll get into space science. Third degree, somebody who is great at physics, chemistry, okay with maths, can get into a good engineering college, does bachelor's of engineering in electronics and communication, and 2 years does his master's from abroad in satellite communications and now becomes a satellite communication engineer. I can give you 7 more examples, but shortage of time. 3 different degrees for 3 different kind of students. And if you flip the degrees with the students, each student will be unsuccessful in their career. Because every degree is meant for one particular kind of student. So question again, I want response from you in the chat. One question, are you understanding what I'm saying? I mean, yes, no, maybe, a heart sign if you're loving it. If you're hating it, do a boo sign, but remember, I'll meet you someday somewhere. Right? Okay. Are you getting it? So, understand this. Subject selection and degree selection is a journey. Don't select the subjects without identifying the career. You know why? Because people end up making stupid mistakes because of that. We get so fascinated by the main subjects that we do not understand the value of optional subjects. For example, the moment you see PCM, you will only believe that it's engineering. But if I say PCM with economics, now imagine, apart from being a science student, you're also a commerce student at the same time. Eco and maths is investment banking. Eco and maths is actuarial science. Eco and maths is private equity. 3 of the highest paid careers in the world. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You know, one of the highest paid careers in the world is investment banking. And 40% of investment bankers had PCM in grade 11 and 12. But according to you, PCM is engineering. So, also another mistake we end up doing, for example, simple. Some of you will possibly say, my son cannot do maths in grade 11 and 12. बहुत सोच के बोलिएगा वो चीज. Because let me tell you, whether you like it or whether you don't, you are here to listen what is right for you, not what you want to hear. But the fact of the matter is, today you remove mathematics from grade 11 and 12, your child is barred from the 10 highest paid careers in the world and top 50 universities of the world. They are not getting in. All the highest paid careers, computational maths, investment banking, data science, AI and ML, bioinformatics for biology students, all of them are dependent on analytics. Analytics is dependent on mathematics. So don't leave maths. Yeah, if you're a CBSE kid, you cannot take standard maths, take applied maths. But keep maths. Because ask a good counselor, I'm a father too. It is 20 times more difficult to place a child into a good university today who does not have mathematics. बच्चे आकर के क्या बोलेंगे? But mama, 10th तक की मैथ्स आती है एग्जाम्स में, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में. That तो I know. बेटा प्लीज समझ लो, प्रैक्टिस छूट जाएगी. There is no entrance exam in the world other than NEET which does not check you on mathematics. None. One mistake that we end up doing is we have taken physical education with PCM or PCB. Do you know, in today's time, all my grade 12 students this year, at least 1,000 of them, they've already filed their college applications before pre-boards, both in India and outside India. Their applications are already gone. What are you talking about? Round 1 mein अच्छी university mein, you will not get admission in round 1 in a good university if you wait for your board exams to get over. Applications start as early as 15th of August. Round 1 will get over on 7th of December. For those of you who wanted to go to UC Berkeley, UCLA, Harvard, Princeton, Stanford, MIT, Cornell, NYU, and those kind of universities, EAED application is already over. My students who have applied to Ivy Leagues, they will get their offer letters by 2nd week of December, this month, in just 1 week. Just 1 week. You end up taking physical education, you need to understand, no university in India and outside India today looks at your grade 12 results to give you admissions. None of them. So you take physical education, you get 95, but what university is looking at is, you took a subject, learned nothing, only got the marks. Reduce your marks by 5%. So relevant subjects are important. Now, understand this. When say multiple degrees take me to same career and subject selection can go wrong, And by the time I will realize, it will be too late. That's why 10th के बाद subject selection नहीं करना है पहले. 8th के बाद subject selection नहीं करना है. You don't have to do subject selection first. You have to identify the career first. Why? When you identify the right career, which is the destination, Google Map, we put the destination first, then take the journey. Today, we knew you were coming and attending my session. Then you clicked on the link. Destination was aware first. Identify the career first. Once you identify the career, now identify which are the 3 or 4 degrees which will take my child to this particular career. Finally, you identify which is the right degree for my child. For example, my child cannot do research. So I cannot go in for a career which will require him to do a PhD. Once you know the right degree for your child, then you identify which are the best universities in India and outside India for those degrees. Yeah, disclaimer, my son is applying abroad, but even if your child is applying in India, there are certain good universities for those degrees. Then once you know which universities my child needs to apply to, then you pick the subjects, which are those subjects that these universities value the most. So subjects come at the last. And that's why even after showing you the list of 70 of the highest demanded careers today, you are still confused. There is a career for every subject on the slide. The only problem is these careers are not a byproduct of linear approach. PCM is equal to engineering nahi hai ye. It is a byproduct of more than one subject. For example, biology and data science, bioinformatics. For example, mathematics and computer science, computational mathematics. For example, biology and psychology, neuropsychology. They're a byproduct. And that's why you see majority of the universities, even IIM Bangalore recently started, right? BSc honors in economics and data science. Why 2 subjects at the same time? Because future is like that. So first is the career. Now, question. How many of you want the career for yourself, or how many of you want to know the career where you will become successful or your child will become successful? Give me 1 or 2 in the chat. Everybody 1 second. Right? But tell me one thing, then why do you ask me questions like tell me the most demanded or highest demanded career? I can tell you the most demanded and highest demanded career, but what if it is not the career where your child will become top 1% of the career? I'll prove it to you. By now, I have spoken for about 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. How many of you by now think he's a good career counselor? No wonder 2,500 of us are attending. Yes or no? Yes, if you think I'm a good career counselor, a heart sign will also do. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. जिसने may भी लिखा है वो बाहर मिलना मुझे. Let's figure it out. We'll talk one-on-one. Anyways, just kidding. Most of you say that I'm a good career counselor, but I haven't even counseled your child. I've just been presenting right now. How the hell do you know that I'm a good career counselor? Imagine it had nothing to do with degree. It had nothing to do with subjects. It had to do with a skill. Because in my career, you become a good career counselor when you're counseling alone in a closed room. But you become Asia's #1 when you have the ability to talk to 2,500 of you without looking at the slide and talk straight from the heart. So communication skills. So please understand, what all of you need is right career for my child out of these. Usse pehle, if you are doing any planning, you're just wasting your time. Let me honestly tell you, I'll go to the extent, maybe your child has a pre-board exam tomorrow. You know what is more important right now is? Most important right now is find the right career today so that you know which subject your child has to really perform well, because universities today will look at the right subject's performance, not the overall percentage. None of them. That's why offer letters come as early as February from India and as early as December from outside India. India's number 1, number 2 universities nowadays, Flame, Pune, Ashoka, Sonipat, their offer letters will be available in January mid or February first week. Board exams चालू भी नहीं होंगे. So, because interest is not success, degree is also not success. What all of you do is you only go on interest. Sir, my son loves to watch YouTube videos on space science. I think he wants to become space scientist. Watching YouTube videos and being able to do higher level calculus. These are two different things, ladies and gentlemen. So interest can keep your child happy, but your child needs aptitude to support the interest, because interest high hai, aptitude low hai, खुश है, successful नहीं होगा. Your child will be happy but not successful. So don't prepare your child for a degree. First identify the career, then the multiple degrees, then the right degree for your child, then the right subjects which will take your child to that degree and that college which is great for that degree. So how do you actually identify the right career? Number 1, not personality. If anybody here has already taken a psychometric, tear off that report. If anybody has taken a personality assessment, फाड़ दो उस report को. A teenager's personality is evolving. Believe me, even the teenagers will be able to say that they are a very different person in last 2 years. How many of you agree here? Teenagers? Anybody? Can you wave it? Thank you, Palak. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tamanna. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kamlesh. Imagine. So what you need to identify is interest first, but scientifically. Interest wo nahi hai, oh, my son was interested in mathematics till last year, but because his teacher changed, now his maths interest has gone. That's not called interest. Interest is when I don't score also, but I like to do it. The way you find interest is absolutely wrong. You, according to you, physics में number अच्छे ला रहा है तो interested in physics. It doesn't happen like that. Once you identify the interest, you have to scientifically identify the aptitude and see whether my aptitude is matching that interest also or not. Finally, there is skill. For example, my interest was in talking to students. But can you counsel a student without counseling a parent? No, because India mein troublemaker is the parent, not the child. Mr. Doshi is smiling. Sir, do you agree? I'm unmuting you. I'm unmuting you. I can't hear you. I've unmuted you, but I can't hear you. But do you agree? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, he agrees. Thank you, Mr. Doshi. So India mein troublemaker is the parent. Because they are unaware, they are pushing the child with 1990s wala soch in 2025. Imagine these were the 4 careers taught to you and me when you and me were in grade 10. If your child is still thinking like that, God help you, man. I mean, you might have earned crores of rupees, but you haven't done nothing for your child. छाती पे कौन लेके जाएगा? I mean, I tell my son, I work entire day for you because you are my only child. Even right now, if I'm working for my son. Everybody is working for their children. You are sitting here for your child, not my child. But if then you are unable to identify the right career for them, which are futuristic, high demand, but where they will become top 1%, you're going wrong. So don't go by demand first. जब इंटरेस्ट एप्टीट्यूड से मैच करता है तो आपको 3-4 करियर्स मिलेंगे जहां आपका बच्चा अच्छा कर सकता है, where your child will be able to do well. But then you need a skill. How do you know I'm a great career counselor? Skill, communication. Imagine if I was really boring. Good morning, everybody. Today we will talk about futuristic careers and career planning. Like you see on the slide, how can we find out which is my interest, aptitude, skills, and my top 1% career out of 450 plus careers available? You would not have called me a good career counselor. So, once you identify interest and aptitude, then you need to identify the skills, because it's the skill which will take your child to top 1%. For example, I always say, put me into data science, I'll get you a degree. But will I become Asia's #1 data scientist? Answer is no, because I'm not great with mathematics. Give me any career where there is a mic in front of me and a Zoom. Will I be successful? The answer is a hell yes. Why? Because my biggest strength is public speaking. Put me into any career which does not have a mic, I'm unsuccessful. Put me into any career which has a mic in front of me, I'm successful. That's the power of skill. So interest, aptitude and skill. Finally, जब आप skill लगाएंगे, अब आपको 2 या 3 career मिलेंगे. You'll get 2 or 3 careers. And now you need to see what is the demand out of these 2-3 careers, because now you should pick the most demanded career for next 20-30 years. आप क्या करते हैं? First is the demand. No, first is interest, aptitude, skills, finally the demand. And you can do that scientifically. You can actually do that scientifically. Yes, it will cost you money, but you can do that scientifically. But do not take a psychometric. You need to take an interest, aptitude, and a skill assessment. All right, let me just show you how do you do that scientifically. So there is an assessment which is called GPATS. All right. This is a 90-minute assessment. Now in 90 minutes, and it's not a psychometric, ladies and gentlemen. It's an interest, aptitude, and skill assessment. Okay. In 90 minutes, your child will give interest section, aptitude section, skill section. And if your child is into some extracurriculars, they will also be asked. Otherwise, he can say no, 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 no. After 90 minutes, a magic will happen. First, it will tell you the top 3 career domains. Top 3 career domains which are ideally suited to your child. For example, in this case, it came out international relations, law and legal studies, and economics. Okay? But it could have been computer science, it could have been biology, it could have been sciences, it could have been mathematics, it could have been finance. So out of almost 15 domains, top 3 are coming out. After that, because it was a 90-minute assessment, और एक झटके में लेना है आपको, one shot. This is the first thing you got to do before selecting the right subjects or right stream or right specialization. Find the bloody career so that you are aware where my child is going. Otherwise, every mode pe you'll be confused. Left jao ki right jao. After that, it will also tell you which are the top 6 jobs available today as per demand in that one of the top careers. So for example, international relations, these are the top 6 jobs. But because this assessment has an aptitude section, एक ऐसा section which is aligned to SAT and CUET, it will also be able to tell your child which are the 36 universities, 6 in India, both government and private, 6 in outside India, UK, Canada, US, Ireland, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, where your child should ideally be applying for these careers. Like I told you, first career, then the colleges. It will do that for all the top 3 careers for you. Second, third. But what if your child wants to get into a futuristic career? Let's say your child wants to study economics, because uske top 3 kya aaye the? Top 3 aaye the? Economics, law and international relations. Let's say if somebody wants to study economics with international relations, it will also tell you what will happen, which career will you get into if you study economics and international relations together. Because today we have universities in India. outside India where you can do bachelor's in economics and psychology, bachelor's in economics and international relations, bachelor's in economics and data science. Which are the careers you will get into? It will combine all of them. Finally, it will tell you which are the right aptitude parameters for your child. For example, in this child's case, his aptitude, logic is at 8, but others are at 9 and 10. Very important, because this will help us identify which entrance exams my child can clear. Just by putting into coaching, your child will not be able to do entrance exam. Finally, it will also tell you what are the skills for your child. Because skills बहुत important है. Interest and aptitude will tell your child which are the 5-7 great careers. But the moment you apply a skill, now you know the top 3 careers you want to get into. And that's what you need to prepare your child for. After this, a magic will happen. It will tell you which are the right subjects you need to focus on in school. So your subject selections have happened because top careers nikal gaye the, degrees nikal gayi, colleges nikal gaye. Which advanced placement exams can your child give? APs are those exams which are taken for scholarships if you want to apply abroad. You can ignore if you're not applying abroad. But school ke subjects nikal gaye. Which entrance exams your child should prepare for? And imagine all of them are clickable. All this red font that you see, if I click on it, it will take me to the official website of that entrance exam of that university. It will also tell you which are the right programs your child can do online, because every university today is asking for profile. A basic scholarship worthy profile nahi banegi isse, because uske liye bahut personalization chahiye hota hai. But you will be able to make a basic profile, online certifications, and you can click on it. It will take you to the official website of that certification. Official website. For example, I clicked on the game theory certification. The moment I clicked on it, came to this website. This is where you can enroll and enroll for free. Finally, it will tell you extracurricular recommendations so that you can build your profile. And it will also tell you 50 scholarships, and all of them are clickable, ladies and gentlemen. For example, you want your child to apply abroad, but you need some scholarship. I click on this first one, let's say, okay? Second one, let's say. It opens in Google Chrome and scholarship page for Purdue University. Everything is clickable. Everything. So this assessment, 28 pages, absolutely self-understandable. Self-understandable. But best part, when you take this assessment, in 90 minutes, you know the career, you know the right degrees, you know the right subjects, you know the right extracurriculars, you know the right colleges, you know the right, entrance exams to give, and you know the scholarships. Sab kuch clickable. Now, this assessment is available on our website at 5,000 rupees. What I'm going to do is, we are coming out with a 2-hour window right now for only first 300 people, and we are making it 3,500. But the best part is, in these 2 hours, if you buy this assessment, once you buy the assessment, just log into web.guide.ai, web.guide.ai. When you buy it, use the same email ID to log into our website. The email ID with which you are buying. In 2 hours, 300 of you will get it at 3,500. Exactly after we hit the 300 number and we hit 2 hours, whichever is earlier, we will actually make it go to 5,000 again. And I'm sorry, we will not be able to change it because everything will happen from the back end. It's a tech-enabled platform. You and me cannot decide that please extend it by 5 minutes. Once you take the assessment, the report will come onto your email and your parents' email within a span of 5 minutes. And you will get 30 minutes with one of my counselors, not me. 30 minutes with one of my counselors, not me. Let me clarify that. All right. My counseling is way different and it works way different. So you do not have to worry about that. You can identify your child's career just with a 90-minute assessment, ladies and gentlemen. Please, for heaven's sake, do not take the decision about which coaching to enter. Do not take the decision which subjects to take. Do not decide which optional subject to leave or take. Do not decide the stream. Do not decide the curriculum without taking this assessment. Even if you are an IB curriculum student, you need to identify 3 HLs and 3 SLs. Identify after identifying the career. If you are an A-levels kid, you need to identify which are the 4 subjects. Identify after taking the career into consideration. Because in today's time, if you take even one wrong subject, because admissions are not happening on the basis of grade 12 results, you take one wrong subject, by the time it's 3 years, you will realize it's too late. So what I'm going to do is, before I tell you still 4 highest demanded careers in every field, because sabse zyada wohi thi, while it is not the right way, because I might tell you 4 highest demanded careers. But the question again will be, which is that career where your child will go into the top 1% of the career? Imagine today, people like me or a successful doctor or a successful lawyer is able to charge that money because they are top 1% of that career. Varna, 2 friends passing out of the same degree from same college. One starts a job at 12 lakh rupees per annum. The other starts the job at 50 lakh rupees per annum. Why? Same degree, same college, possibly same company also out of the placement season. It's about the skill. And that's why identifying the right career is important. Career first, degree then, universities then, and finally the subjects. This assessment will be able to tell you. I'll take a 1-minute break. I'll request my team to put the link into the chat, the discounted link. First 300 of you or first 2 hours, whichever is earlier, you will get it in 3,500. I am taking, you can pay through UPI, you can pay through credit card. It's a dedicated link. I am taking a 1-minute break so that you can use the link and purchase it. Don't worry, if you purchase it today, you can even take the assessment after 1 month or 45 days. That's not a problem. Just remember, when you start the assessment, you finish it in 90 minutes. In those 90 minutes, you don't have to give your kid a glass of milk, an apple. Nobody's going to faint in 90 minutes. Stay away. Let them be. It's the most important decision of their life. And very scientific. And a report like that will come. About 90 seconds break that I will take before I go further. Please take the time to buy the assessment at a discounted price of 3,500 only for the first 300 or first 2 hours, whichever is earlier. At exactly 2 p.m., this link will go back to 5,000, and I'm sorry, you will not be able to complain because that's automated, already set. And I'll come back in exactly 90 seconds to 120 seconds and start with the presentation further.
We request you to please use the same email ID to log in to take the assessment. Do not try to use different email IDs because the entire assessment is going to be tagged to a particular email ID and a phone number. So please ensure that you are using exactly the same email ID. Ideally, we suggest that the student's email ID is being used if by chance the student has it. If not, then parents, we request you that please use the same email ID to log on to the website, which is web.guide.ai, to take the assessment. Do not try to use it 2 different set of email IDs. Otherwise, it will prompt you to pay 5,000 rupees. And then, unfortunately, you will have to reach out to us and then we will have to figure it out at the back end. If by chance you still face any issue, I am putting email ID in the chat also through which you can reach out to us. Please give us time till tomorrow for us to rectify anything that if by chance you face any issues, although we will try because the team is working today, whatever we are able to resolve it today by 6 p.m. we will. Otherwise, please be patient and we will resolve all your challenges or issues which you should not face, but if by chance you do, then we will rectify it by tomorrow for sure. I have also put in the email ID in the chat. I will also put in the number which through which you can reach out till 6 p.m. today if by chance you are facing any GPath related issues. That number is only and only specifically for you to resolve any GPath related challenges or concerns. No other queries is something that my team will be able to handle over there. So if by chance there is anything with regards to GPath, you can reach out on that number or send us an email on support@guide.ai, or GPath's query is where. That's the number through which you can reach out to our team. Sagar from my team will be happy to assist you over a WhatsApp or a call, and he will help, he will guide you on how do you need to take it. Now, please understand there are 4 different tests within the assessment. So please just don't complete one and say, oh, the report did not get generated. There are 4 different tests within the GPath assessment. The first one is career, then it is skills, then it is aptitude, and then it is extracurriculars. Once the student does all the 4, then only the report will get generated. Please tell the student, as Abhishek said, to take it in one attempt. The best way to give the assessment is going to be through Chrome and doing it on your laptop. Please do not try to utilize on the gadget or on your mobile, because there are the aptitude assessment particularly is a time bound assessment. So please ensure that all of you are either using a laptop or you are using a computer system, whatever works the best for you, to give the assessment within one seating only. Also, the way that you can schedule a meeting with our counselor will be through a dedicated link that you will get on your WhatsApp and on your email, because once the report is generated, it gets emailed and it goes onto the on the WhatsApp as well. And in that particular WhatsApp and email, you also get the link to schedule the meeting as well. Please understand that it will be basis what is available on the calendar. Whatever is the best slot available with our counselors will be listed on the calendar itself. So we request you to kindly make yourself available for that 30 minutes consultation. It is going to be on the dot 30-minute consultation. So our suggestion is that you should keep all your questions ready so that you are able to ask our counselor about anything, because yes, the report will be interpreted, but if by chance there is any other queries or questions that you may have, you should note it down before the counseling session so that the counselor is able to address your query.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I think we have already crossed 220. Deeply grateful for you to trust GPath's career assessment. Remember, this was the same assessment which got Guide AI the Forbes Select 200 medal, because we were the first ones. And you know how this assessment came up, I'll tell you honestly. In grade 8 and 9, as a counselor, I was very sure of what my son needs to do. But when I started looking at assessments available, every assessment that was available was a psychometric. Now, the problem was, and I'll tell you on a lighter note, till my son was 13, I used to love him and I used to like him. The moment he became 16, I still loved him, but I did not like him because he started arguing with me. Now, the problem is, in 2 years, his personality completely transformed. Now, imagine somebody who was an introvert till grade 8 and 9, today is world's #1 debater. He's the founder of the teen debater community. And I'll tell you later, I'll give you a surprise how you guys can even participate in one of the activities of teen debater very soon. But and that'll be surprised in the end. But the fact of the matter is that there was no assessment. And that's when my son was the reason why I started creating an assessment. Today, over 15,000 students in India and outside India have already taken this assessment. Forbes got us to Forbes Select 200 list because of this assessment. If I were you, I will not spend a penny in any coaching. I will not select the subjects till I identify the career, the right degree, the right university, and finally the right subjects. Because destination has to come first, and then the subjects. I will not be able to take any questions right now. If you have any questions, you can DM directly to one of my team members. We will try and answer them there. But my team is saying that we've already crossed 247 now, which means the link is working. Maybe because all 1,000 of you, 2,000 of you are trying to click the link together. If it's not opening, just refresh it. It will work. It's a Razorpay link. World is using Razorpay. All right. So nothing can go wrong with Razorpay per se, barring a momentary slow of server because 2,000 of you are trying to click it at the same time. Do not worry. You can write an email at support@guide.ai. If you have paid, just like Avni said, use the same email ID. You will have no problems. In case you have bought it, but you do not remember the email ID, just attach the payment slip to support@guide.ai. By tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, it will be sorted. Don't worry at all. We are world's largest parent student community. We have done this multiple times. So do not worry. All right. Okay. You can give this exam. Okay. So if you are, this exam is great for grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 standard student. If you are in grade 7 or 8, then you don't have any option but to go to our website and take our assessment called GPATS Junior, which is not at discount. It will not be at discount. GPATS Junior is a very specific assessment. So you can go to our website and take it. But GPATS is for grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. If your child is already in grade 8 right now, in 2 months, your child is coming to grade 9, you can take the assessment today. Don't worry. Because mentally ऐसा कभी नहीं होता कि एक एग्जाम देने के बाद बच्चा 9th का फील करने लग जाता है. Your child is already in grade 9. Academically, mentally, it's just about writing an exam. All right? ऐसा नहीं होता कि आज 11 बजे एग्जाम खत्म हुआ, now I feel like a 9th standard kid. It doesn't happen like that, right? So, but if you are in 7th and entering grade 8, then take GPAT Junior. All right. People are asking for the link again. If I can request my team, can that be WhatsApped also to every single attendee? The link is open till 2 p.m.
Abhishek, we will be doing that once we end the session. We cannot do it right now, considering that we don't have the attendee list right now.
Okay.
So right now, we will do is we will switch off, or we will close the chat and we will paste it again in the chat.
Yes, please close the chat and paste it again. Meanwhile, I'm sharing my screen again.
I just want to clarify one thing. To somebody asked that, do we need to pay for the counseling again? The answer is a no. In 3,500, the counseling is included as a part of 3,500. So you do not have to pay for that 30-minute consultation. It's something which is a part of the package itself.
And it's only available if you buy the assessment through the link today. But please remember, the counseling is not with Abhishek Gupta. It's with my team.
Two more things, Abhishek, sorry, because there are too many questions in the chat. The validity of the test after you are going to make the payment is going to be for a year. So it does not matter if you take it today, if you take it after a month, it's absolutely fine. So don't have to worry if your child is not available today. Also, for you to access the assessment, you need to go on web.guide.ai. And then through the email ID from which you made the payment, please try to log in from that. If you do not have the account, you will have to create a fresh account, and then on your left hand side, you will notice career assessment. Within that, please select Global Career Assessment, which is the GPAth assessment. Do not try to click on other assessments, because then it will prompt you to make a payment. Okay, so the assessment that you need to click on is GPath Global Career Assessment. Go on to the website called as web.guide.ai after the payment is done, and then create your account or try to log in through the account itself, or from that same email ID. Abhishek, over to you for the rest of the presentation.
Thank you. All right. So once we have identified the right career, you want to know highest demanded careers, though let me tell you, this assessment will identify interest, aptitude, skill, and demand, all four of them. But demand will be looked at the last, because first we need to find out which is the top 1% career for me, because I can only become successful in the top 1% career where I have the skills to become successful. Otherwise, I can have a degree yet be unsuccessful, right? After that, the demand angle will come and the report will get generated. Okay. Now, I will still tell you couple of quick ones when you do subject selection, and then which are the highest demanded careers. When you do subject selection, try and combine an interdisciplinary subject in today's time, which means you're taking PCM, combine it with computer science or economics. You will be able to open many more career opportunities for your child. You're taking PCB. While I definitely think in today's time, only people who should go and become a doctor are the ones whose parents are doctors or who run hospitals. Simple. Because it will take 15 years to become a doctor to get that 1,000 rupee OPD. You don't show it to an MBBS. Even if you clear NEET after 1 year of drop, you need to then do MBBS, then prepare for MD, then clear the MD, two more years, MS, 3 more years, and then super specialization before you and me go and show it to a doctor. You'll be surprised. Most of us feel PCB is equal to medicine. Do you know the number one medical college in the country is AIIMS? What is the stipend of a doctor from AIIMS, MBBS? 23,000 rupees a month. You're possibly spending much more on your child today. But the highest paid career after biology takes only 4 years. It's a career called bioinformatics. Average starting salary in India is about 22 lakh rupees per annum. Average starting salary outside India is $1,75,000 per annum. And guess what? Takes 4 years. The only requirement was, is my child capable of going into bioinformatics? Because उसके लिए data science चाहिए. Biology plus data science is bioinformatics. तो aptitude देखना है, skill देखना है. And फिर subject होगा PCMB, because PCB वाले bioinformatics में नहीं जा पाएंगे. Right? So, even if you're taking commerce, can you combine commerce with maths? Because without maths, let me tell you, commerce has no value. You think economics has value without mathematics? You must be kidding. You can get a degree in India, but you'll never become an economist or a consultant in a KPMG or a PricewaterhouseCoopers without maths. Business studies is not commerce. Accounting is not commerce. Economics is commerce. If you cannot handle mathematics, then take commerce with psychology. Because economics plus psychology is behavioral economics. 7th highest paid career in the world. Accounting plus psychology is behavioral finance. 8th highest paid career in the world. पता ये करना है, will I be a top one in behavioral economics or behavioral finance? Because दोनों के अलग-अलग route है. Completely different skill sets, completely different aptitude. Similarly, humanities kids, if you can combine psychology, sociology, and economics, you'll be a deadly combination. Deadly combination. Don't think you need to take legal studies and then only you can clear CLAT. No, you do not need to. Even if I'm a humanities student who wants to become a lawyer, I will still focus on the top 3 law careers: data privacy, law, cybersecurity law, intellectual property rights law. And what is required for that? Psychology, computer science, economics, sociology. So focus on what is important right now so that you can identify the complete journey. All right. So once the careers are identified, I'll also want to tell you quickly in 5 minutes, top 4 highest demanded jobs after PCM today. Data science, but imagine 60% of data scientists in India and outside India are actually not PCM students. They're actually commerce with math students because data science is economics plus Python plus mathematics. But if you are a PCM student, look at space science, but find out which degree. Look at robotics. Look at artificial intelligence. And for getting into artificial intelligence, you don't have to become a computer engineer or a software engineer. You have to do BSc computer science in AI and ML. If you are a PCB student, if you are with PCMB, look at bioinformatics. If you are PCB with psychology, look at cognitive neuroscience, one of the highest paid careers. Microbiology, one of the highest paid careers in today's time. हम क्या बोलते हैं? ओ 1990s में माइक्रोबायोलॉजिस्ट को जॉब नहीं लगती थी. अरे बाबा 1990s में कोविड भी नहीं आया था. Now because of COVID, $5 billion have gone into bacteriology, virology, toxicology and pharmacology, not pharmacy. All of them are byproduct of microbiology. Then biotechnology. But if you are going into BTech biotechnology, you need PCMB. But if you are going for BSc biotechnology, you need PCB. And guess what? In today's time, BSc biotechnology gives the same job after BTech biotechnology. Finally, look at careers in sustainability and environmental science. Pick up any website, any company, whether a bank, whether an airline, whether a pharmaceutical company, whether a power generation company, whether Reliance, whether HDFC, whether ICICI, whether Hindustan Lever, whether Zomato. If you look at their websites, every company says, I want to become carbon neutral by 2030. Sustainability is a big time career for the future. Commerce students should look at not CA. Give me 1 crore rupees and tell my son to go into CA, I'll never send him. I'm sure there is some CA in this room. But believe me, I don't want a career for my child which is so laborious कि वो फाइलों के नीचे दबा रहा है. He's always buried under the files. I want a career which gives him a global career. He travels the world, works with the multinationals, is able to meet people around the world. Business intelligence, financial analytics. You'll be surprised. In today's time, even in India, a commerce student can do a BSc degree. A BSc degree called a BSc in financial analytics. Do you know, IIM Bangalore started a program called BSc Honors in data science. You know what is the requirement? Only maths in grade 11 and 12. You could be a humanities student, you can still get into BSc degree. That's how the world has changed. A problem here, as parents, we are not even aware how the world has changed. And then we are trying to guide our children. And that's why I'm telling you, use a scientific tool like GPaths. 3500 रुपए में ना आपका कुछ जाएगा, ना बच्चे का 90 मिनट से कुछ खराब होने वाला है. But in this 3500 rupees, it cannot be free because we have spent years making it and we spend money on the cloud to host it. There is a cost to everything. What we have done is reduced it for till 2 p.m. For 3500, take it. Risk management, actuarial science. 4 highest paid careers for commerce with math students. Commerce without maths. Though I'll again say, please ho sake to 11-12 tak maths mat chodna. Take, if required, applied mathematics. This is a father speaking. This is a career counselor speaking. For heaven's sake, convince your child to keep mathematics. Applied maths is also okay. You can get into data science with applied maths. You can get into bioinformatics with applied maths. You can get into financial analytics with applied maths. You can get into actuarial science with applied math. You will not be able to get it without maths. But if you do not have maths, look at media communication, digital marketing, human resources, foreign trade, If you're a humanities student, if I were you, and if my son comes to me and says, Mama, Papa, I want to study psychology, I'll be the happiest person on planet Earth. You know why? If there is one career AI cannot displace, that's a psychology-led career. Because human to human careers will always be there. But psychology does not mean psychologist. Psychology can also mean career counseling. Psychology with economics, behavioral economics. Psychology with finance, behavioral finance. Psychology with marketing, consumer behavior. Psychology with management, organizational behavior. There are amazing careers. Amazing careers. Look at public policy. If you are into design, let me tell you, there'll be no designer in the world which will exist without knowing AI. So teach your child AI. Let me tell you, just keep following us on our Instagram handle, High School Moms. Keep following us on abhishekgupta.coach. We have a Facebook group called High School Moms. We have a Facebook page called abhishekgupta.coach. Keep following us there. In January, we are launching a 2-week program for AI literacy targeted at all high school students between grade 8 to 12. And those of you who do not know coding, the program is meant for them only. Because AI is not about coding. AI has 2 roles, coding-led role and strategy-led role. But look at these careers in design, UI, UX, communication design, product design, and strategic design management. Other careers you can look at, we all know what has happened with Indigo. There is a shortage of commercial pilots in India. But if you want to become a commercial pilot, be mentally prepared. It will cost you anywhere between 80 lakhs to 1 crore. And your eyesight will be checked. There will be a grade 2 medical exam, which you have to get it done at the age of 16. You have to clear some theory papers in aviation, in physics. There is a proposal with DGCA, which says that anybody and everybody, if they have maths, should be allowed to do commercial pilot. But right now you need physics and maths both. Look at law, but only futuristic careers in law. There are only 3 futuristic careers in law which will not be displaced by AI. Cyber security law, intellectual property right law, and data privacy law. Law hai, lawyers nahi hai. And paisa kahan banta? Where will you make money? Where there is demand but little supply. And that's why you should not send your child to rat race. Sports management, architecture. If you are interested in architecture, 2 pieces of advice. Number 1, there is no architecture in future without sustainability and urban planning. It's about smart cities. It's about sustainable buildings. It's about urban planning. So combine your degree with urban planning and sustainability. Number 2, even today, if you go to GPT and say, I have a 50 meter by 40 meter plot, I have to construct a basement and 3 floors. It has to be by 8.5 meter Richter scale and should be approved by Huda. It will give you the layout. So AI will displace architecture. So you need to learn AI and you need to learn sustainability and urban planning. Okay, before I go further, let me make an announcement. Now, once you have taken the G path, you have identified the career, and you've made use of your discounted link if you have. Once the career is there, the degree is there, the universities are sorted, and subjects are there. The next step would be identify the right exams where my child will be able to do well. Only putting your child into coaching does not mean your child will clear that exam. The child needs to have inherent aptitude to clear that exam, and every exam looks different. So I am not going to talk about IIT and NEET today. Everybody knows it. I'm not going to talk about CA and CS. Everybody knows it. It's there on Google. I will talk about some basic exams. CUET, CLAT, IPMAT, SAT, and UCAT. Now, for those of you, let me honestly tell you and let me ask you this question in the chat once. Imagine you have 1 vacancy and 2 candidates apply. The first one comes and says, sir, I got 95% in school, 85% in college. The second one comes and says, ma'am, I got 85% in school, 70% in college. But when I was coming for this interview, I realized last summer break, I did 2 internships and one of them was under your competition. Honestly, some of you are in the corporate. Which one will you hire? The first one or the second one in the chat? In the chat. Can we open the chat? 2. Now you will understand why it is important for you to select the universities which give your child internships. Now, unfortunately, government universities in India do not provide internships. You have to struggle for them yourself. And that's why even when you're looking at universities in India today's time, look at the futuristic universities. Flame, Ashoka, Plaksha, Kriya. These are futuristic universities. Okay? These are futuristic universities. So look at them. Problem is what? These universities issue their offer letter before board exams even begin. All my students who wanted to apply to Flame and Ashoka, their applications have already gone. Why? Because 40,000 applications for 700 seats. You wait for board results to get over, you're not getting admission. We're talking about universities which are ready to give you 100% scholarship. 43 students of ours are studying on full ride scholarships across these 2 best of the best universities. They're ready to give you scholarships. How do you get it? There is an exam that you write which is accepted in 50 plus universities in India, and that one exam is valid for 5 years. And guess what? You can give it multiple times. If you know, why do people come to Guide AI and High School Moms every year? 2 things, right? One is career counseling, which is GPATs, and the other is SAT prep, right? And that exam is called SAT. Happens 8 times a year. Next attempt is in December. Your child cannot give it because you need 3 months to get ready. Calculator is allowed, but you'll still go wrong. Why? Because the most obvious answer is the most incorrect answer. I'll prove it to you. Fingers on your keyboard, numerical keypad. Microsecond is what you need to take. Give me one random number that comes to your mind. Guess what? Everybody gives me a positive number. Nobody gives me a 0 or negative. Welcome to the world of SAT. The most obvious answer is the most incorrect answer. I never said give me a positive number. I said give me a number. And that's why you cannot prepare for SAT by yourself, because it's not about concepts. It's about strategies. It's about strategies. Things which work on SAT. The reason why people come to us is because for us, our SAT prep has unlimited attempt guarantee. Even if your child needs second attempt or third attempt, we never charge you again. That's the power of being backed by world's largest parent-student community, your community. Even if our fees goes up, we never charge again. And I'll give you a discounted link for today if you want to enroll for our SAT classes. Do not worry. 24 hours, you will get options of weekend batches, weekday batches, and you can start from January because or February, because our SAT batches get blocked almost 2 months in advance before they launch. Next attempt we are preparing for is March and in the month of June. These are the 2 attempts we are preparing for. Score is valid for 5 years. Now you will know why my son gave SAT in October of grade 10, because he could focus on his profile in grade 11 and college applications in grade 12. The score is valid for 5 years and you will not need to write 50 plus entrances in India. But let's say you still want to apply for government universities and want to give CUET. Now, do not prepare for CUET before you have done with midterms of grade 12. Reason being, CUET has 2 sections, aptitude and domain. In domain, your child will be asked 11th and 12th standard syllabus up to the midterms. So how do you prepare for CUET? You prepare for SAT and then only prepare for your 11th and 12th and you are CUET ready. SAT gets you in the best of the universities in India and outside India before even your board exams begin. And I'll prove it to you with offer letters. Now, if you are preparing for CLAT, you want to be a lawyer, please prepare for CLAT. Just remember, CLAT is not about concepts, it's about practice. So if you want, I can suggest you, there is this platform called clatperfect.com. Clatperfect.com. Okay. In just 2,000 rupees, they give about access to 8 to 10 full length tests and about 50-100 drills. It's an AI backed platform. 2,000 rupees ka platform hai. Look at clatperfect.com. If you're really wanting your और उसका access आप दे दीजिए because unlimited access है उसका. उसका access आप दिला दीजिए grade 10 में. Ask the child to practice on the weekends. गलत करेगा, analysis देता है ना platform. क्या problem है? Utilize certain times. You need to be very, very clear what you need to do. But anyways, coming back to SAT, I'll show you. SAT is accepted 50 plus universities in India and your child does not need to write 50 plus exams. SAT will allow your child to sit on an offer letter before board exams begin. SAT will prepare your child 60% for CUET. That's why you need to focus on SAT. It's the same exam which will allow your child to apply to top 100 universities of the world, be it NUS Singapore or be it NYU New York, be it HKUST in Hong Kong or be it University of California, Berkeley. Best time, grade 10. Now, grade 10 students should not take it till their board exams are over. So take it in the month of June. But keep a buffer for minimum 2 or 3 attempts because the best score will be counted. But do not take the first attempt without proper planning and training, because even if the best score goes, your old score will always accompany like a stepney. And you don't want a bad score. It should not be, oh, guide is preparing us twice, so we will prepare twice. आपका intention होना चाहिए क्या एक बार में score लाके can we get it out of the way and focus on profile building or focus on advanced placements. Look at this Flames website. If you have taken SAT in last 5 years, you do not need to write my exam. Symbiosis website. If you have taken SAT in last 5 years, you do not need to write my exam. Where are you? Why do you think SAT is only for abroad? Some of you who want your child to go to UK, please only send your child to top 5 universities in UK. Everything else is bad. Don't go to agents. People like us will charge you money for profile building simply because we are not agents. But then guess what? We play 97% of our students in the top 100 universities of the world. Top 100. Go and Google about us. Go and check our website. Just Google. We are a very Googleable property. Because we are the only company backed by Asia's largest parent-student community. SAT कराना बहुत जरूरी है. Let me be very clear. Our SAT fees is 1,25,000 including taxes. Multiple attempt guarantee. And our batches get blocked 2 months in advance. So if you are planning to start after boards, you got to enroll today, because if you come in January, our batches will be available only for August and September, which is not a good time for CBSE kid and ISC kid because midterms will clash. A CBSE kid can give only 2 attempts in 1 year because every other attempt will clash with exams. Same is the case with IB and IGCSE kid. Their 2 attempts are different than CBSE attempts. Otherwise, the exams will clash. So our SAT fees is 1,25,000. For next 2 hours, I am also reducing our SAT fees to 1,10,000, and it can only be bought through that link. You do not buy through that link, you will have to pay 1,25,000 period. My team will not offer discount if you are not using that link, and that link has to be valid and applicable. 2 hours will open it to 1,10,000. Otherwise, our fees is 1,25,000, including taxes. Within 24 hours, you will get access to all our batches, live tutoring and material. And then you can select when you want to start. Weekend, weekday, evenings, weekend mornings, weekday evenings, figure it out. Look at the university's applications, FLAME application. First 7 pages, India's #1 university in today's time, ladies and gentlemen. First 7 pages are about profile and SAT. आप तो क्या हुए आप? You got happy. Oh, it says SAT is optional. What you did not realize is, if you would have put in the score, they would straight away send you an interview link. If you don't put the score, they will ask you to write the entrance first. Imagine the power of that exam. Ashoka, America. Before I come here, next slide. Let me take a 30-second shifting gear kind of a time. Some of you might be preparing for NEET, but you know NEET will not clear. If you have budget, then do not go to third world countries. Go to first world countries to do your MBBS. Don't think about Mauritius, Bangladesh, China, Hong Kong, Ukraine. No. मेरा एक भी बच्चा आज तक यूक्रेन नहीं गया था. Every other counselor was struggling how to bring the kids back. I was sleeping peacefully because our students go only in the top 100. There is an exam for UK which you should write in your grade 12 for medicine entrances in UK. It's called UCAT. We prepare your child for UCAT also, and we prepare your child for college applications for medical universities in UK. About 43 odd universities accept Indian students into medical programs in UK. They need UCAT. If you are already in grade 12 and you haven't given UCAT, your time has already gone. Now you cannot give. So you have to be in grade 11 to be able to apply next year now. But if you are in grade 12, we can still help you apply to 3 universities in UK, which are UCAT optional. You can reach out to us. The number and the email will come in the end. You can reach out to us and we'll help you. But that's only for NEET. But as of now, let's talk about SAT. SAT is possibly the best decision that you will end up taking for your child if you really want them to avoid multiple entrance exams and if you want them to sit on an offer letter before boards begin. After that, it is about profile building. Now, while we are a premium player for profile building, let me tell you, it takes 2 to 3 years to build profile. College applications are 70% profile today, 30% about other things. If your child is scoring 95% but not doing anything in the profile building activity, your child will not get admission anywhere. Lahana is there on the screen. I was telling Lahana when I was talking to her a couple of days back that the only great part about her and her family is that she has been allowed to participate in multiple extracurricular activities. And believe me, today, multiple extracurricular activities will possibly take her to the best of the universities in the world with scholarships. We are a premium player. We only focus on Ivy Leagues and top 100 in the world. Believe me, money will be the last problem you will face if you get admission in the top 100. I don't think you are even aware. Let me tell you. So, do you know if your child, if your child gets into MIT, you know what is the fees? 3 crores. But do you know that if your family income is less than $200,000, मतलब 1.5 crore से कम आपकी annual income है, you do not pay a penny to MIT. You only pay for residence and accommodation. Same is the case with Harvard. Same is the case with Princeton. Do you know that? Do you know some of these universities, you are not even aware that your child can actually study in less than India? Yeah, you will need to spend 15-20 lakh rupees on your child to build their profile. Profile building is expensive. It takes 3 years. आपको क्या लगता है बच्चा खुद से build कर लेगा? नहीं कर पाएगा. I'll tell you. Because people like us will also only on a public platform will tell you what, will tell you when, but will never tell you how. You know why? Because how is what we get paid for. How is what we make money for. How is my bread and butter. But I'll take you through, and I just want one promise from all of you. Imagine 3 profiles I will show. Don't copy those profiles. You want to take a screenshot, you can, but ideally you should not. It is somebody else's child. कल को आपके बच्चे की child के बारे में कोई screenshot लेगा, खराब लगेगा. But अगर but अच्छा इंसान, see, knowledge I can give, wisdom I cannot. I can tell you how to be a good person. Wisdom is whether you want to be a good person or not. Right? So I leave that decision on you. However, every profile is always made unique. अगर आप random extracurriculars में participate कर रहे हैं, that's not called profile. So if you come to me and say, my child is participating in 20 MUNs, is it a profile building activity? The answer is no. It's an extracurricular activity. Profile is a story. It takes time. It takes 2 to 3 years to build. And every single university in India and outside India today looks at 70% profile. That's why Flame का पहला पेज भी अगर आप देखें, लिस्ट योर अचीवमेंट्स, अवार्ड्स, ऑनर, स्कॉलरशिप. पहला क्वेश्चन है, उससे पहले है गिव मी योर सोशल मीडिया हैंडल. Your child does not even have a LinkedIn handle because social media here is not Instagram, it's LinkedIn. Now, imagine if you want your child to get into India's #1 university, private university in today's time, where you can study economics with psychology, business management with data science with economics, international relations with public policy. That's the kind of university I'm talking about. 700 seats हैं, 40,000 applications हैं. You don't have profile, you are rejected outright. And imagine a university जो 50-60 लाख का स्कॉलरशिप देने को तैयार है. आओ पढ़ लो, तुम में बूता होना चाहिए मेरे पास पढ़ने का. That's why you need to have a great profile. I will show you certain examples, but if you copy them, your child will get rejected. Let me give you a disclaimer, because profile has to be as per your child for the career your child wants to go into. A random extracurricular is not profile. Profile is as per the story of your child. I will also share the example of my own son. Trust you that you will not take a screenshot, but even if you do, it will not work for you because I'll explain why. That's Mihika Mukherjee, our student who got into Cornell this year. It's an Ivy League. Her offer letter came before her pre-boards. December 13th, last year her offer letter came. She joined the college this year in August. She wanted to go for engineering. Engineering के लिए सबसे important physics और maths नहीं है. For the best of the universities, it's about a skill called design thinking. So we made her create a board game out of her own story. Her story was, she thought that there are so many kids like her who were bullied in school when they were young, but they didn't even know that they were getting bullied. So she created a board game. She created a board game where parents can play with the child, and on the basis of the choice that the child is making, parents are aware what's happening in the school of the child. That board game became one of the best projects in CBSE. Why? She was going for engineering and it was important for us to showcase a skill called design thinking. Now it's called a profile. She became a student council captain, and she was also, so Guide also has a student council. We'll be launching our club for next year very, very soon. We have a student club outside the school. She was a member of our student council also. She created an app for cancer survivors using Flutterflow and Python. Why? Because engineering. She got admitted in every single university she applied, that too with scholarships. It took us 3 years. We prepared her for SATs. We prepared her for advanced placements. Time nahi hai aaj advanced placements ke baare mein batane ka, but if you get in touch with my team, they will tell you they're beautiful exams. Each exam can save you 10 lakh rupees when your child goes abroad. Another student of mine from Mumbai, SVKM, she wanted to do media and communications. What we did, we made her write a book, but not by, so her immediate reaction was, sir, can I go and do community service? That's profile building. I'll go and teach in an NGO. We said no. You know why? Because every single child goes to an NGO and teaches. Rather, we sent her to the orphanage and we made her take the interview of 20 students. And these 20 students' interview was then crafted in a book called When They Became My Teachers. And then this book was launched in one of my events in Mumbai, and the royalty of this book has been allocated to that NGO. Why this book? Because for media and communication, the biggest skill or profile building activity you want to show to the university is that you can write well, you have a command over language. She ran a campaign called Gift a Smile. Every second Saturday, she used to collect books and give it to underprivileged. But then she was connected with 40 other students of ours over Zoom across the country, and 40 students used to do that campaign. It became a national movement. Internships at Deloitte, internships in our own company. Profile was absolutely about media and communication. Got selected in every single university she applied, even 100% scholarship for India's one of the best universities, Flame, but still studying at Warwick in UK because that's the best for media and communications. My son, Shivansh, an introvert kid who became world's #1 debater. He has been, जैसे इंडिया का क्रिकेट टीम है वैसे इंडिया का डिबेट टीम है. He has been a part of the India debate squad for 2 years. He wanted to go and study economics. The only way to create a profile around economics are 2 or 3. Write a research paper in economics. He has written one. It's a published paper under a faculty from Oxford. Second, do debating, because the only place where economics is discussed is debates. So he did debating. Not only just that, he did his internship in economics and data science at #1 private equity company for startups in the world called Antler over Zoom. Who got that? People like us. We created the opportunity for Shivansh to do it. And finally, he formed Asia's biggest student-led community where all of your children, all of you can actually join free, learn debating, learn MUNs. Even if you are a fresher, you do not know anything about it, you can. Rather, let me tell you, he's hosting an MUN recently, which is the second annual edition called HSM TTD MUN. The Teen Debater MUN. Okay. And I will request my team, Avni, if you can put the link to register for that MUN. As
Sure.
long as your child is in grade 8 to 12, your child can register for this MUN free. It's India's biggest MUN on virtual platform, done by students, for the students, participated by the students, conducted by the teen debater. Now, Shivansh is going for economics. सब कुछ उसका economics के around बना है. But teen debater उसने क्यों बनाया? Why? Because he felt that if an introvert like me can become a public speaker, anybody can learn communication. That's why he created a teen debater platform. Right? SAT 10th standard. 8 advanced placements. Why? Because each advanced placement is improving his chances to go to top tier universities, increasing 75% chances for scholarships, and reducing the fees. Be mentally prepared. If you want a crore rupee of scholarship, you will have to spend 20-25 lakhs on your child. चाहे वो SAT prep हो, profile building हो, AP prep हो, you will have to do that. Because companies like us who focus on it, A, they are premium, B, they are not agents. They only focus on top 100. You can go to an agent, they will tell you today where your child will go in next 2 years. We cannot. We will only create a great profile because we will only send your child to the top 100 in the world or top 5 in India, period. And for every single student of ours, every single student, we keep India ka backup. Because we take decision after the offer letters are on the table before boards. He became the best in economics and international economics Olympiad. You are giving random Olympiads which has no value. If your child is good in mathematics, your child should try for Harvard MIT Maths Tournament, American Mathematical Challenge. सब कुछ online होता है. सब कुछ online. Anyways, can I request my team to put the link for TTD MUN in the chat? And freeze the chat. You can open the link and fill it later. Your child can participate in this MUN There is no registration or participation fees. But if your child participates half, they will not get a certificate. We are very clear. Team Debater is very clear. They have to be present with their cameras on. Otherwise, keep on fighting. We are not giving certificates. Might as well not make them participate, because we can only take about 100, 150 students in this. So profile building starts as early as grade 8. You want to get profile building done, start with SAT prep. Ask our team, they will suggest you the right 3 or 4 APs that your child needs to write so that they can get scholarships for the top tier universities. Connect with our team. And like I said, it will cost you money depending upon which class are you in. But you'll be surprised. You come into grade 11 to us, or you come into grade 9. You know, our fees is just couple of lakh rupees different. Why? It's not about us. It's about how much time you give us with your child to build the profile. I'll show you some example. This is a student of mine, Ria Godha, who is building a community called Inspire Her. She wants to inspire 1 million women to not give up education. Look at the amount of activities she has already done. Our events, we have made her host virtual events. She has brought in corporate people to come and talk. My 2 other students, including my son, is supporting Ria. Profile building takes time. I'll give you another one. Teen debater. One of the best debaters, already trained 10,000 students. Do you think 10,000 students he would have trained alone? No, he needed a team. And he needed 3 years. Featured in various newspapers, receives Economic Times Young Changemaker Award in ET Business Conclave, gets invited by Tatas, gets interviewed on the TV channel, speaks on All India Radio, and he's not doing it alone. He's doing it with his own team, management team, organizing team, which changes every year. For this year, he hosted selection process in November. He will open again in December. Make your child apply. But your child will also need a profile like that to get into a Flame or an Ashoka or NYU or UC Berkeley. Remember, money will not be a problem if you get admission, because if your salary or if your income is less than 1.5 crores, you do not pay tuition to MIT, Harvard, Princeton, Brown. If your salary is less than 85 lakh rupees a year, you do not even pay for tuition. You also do not even pay for lodging, boarding, meal, insurance. Everything is free. पता ही नहीं है आपको. You think money is the constraint? No. Thought process becomes a constraint. So, I will again ask my team, you can start with SAT. And before I go further, my team is requested to put the link for SAT discounted preparation. And my team is also suggested, nobody is supposed to give discount even if parents ask after this link expires. I am making that announcement publicly even for my team. The SAT fees after this link expires in 2 hours goes back to 1,25,000, and nobody in my team is also authorized to give a discount. This is one time only for this particular platform.
Abhishek, sorry, but the link will automatically go back to 1,25,000 by 2 p.m.
Okay, thanks. All right. And don't worry, trust us. We are world's largest parent-student community. I'm making a public commitment. 24 hours, you'll receive a call from our side. हो सकता है आज ही आ जाए, and you will get to know when to start, how to start. You're booking for batches after the final exams. Don't worry. You're booking for batches after the final exams. Okay. Coming back. For profile building and all, you can contact our team and they will take you forward. Like I said, we are a premium company dedicated to top 100 universities of the world. So please be mentally clear when you call us for profile building. I'm just opening my presentation. तो लाइक आई सेड, एसएटी की तैयारी करिए, सीयूईटी अपने आप तैयार हो जाएगा. क्लैट की तैयारी करनी है, जस्ट गो ऑन टू अ लिंक कॉल्ड clatperfect.com और 10th स्टैंडर्ड में ही दे दो अपने बच्चों को उसका एक्सेस. 2000 रुपए में कुछ नहीं बिगड़ेगा. लेट देम प्रैक्टिस. UCAT, if you want to apply for premium MBBS colleges in UK, you can call us for UCAT prep. You need to have a budget of at least 40 lakh rupees a year. If you want to study MBBS in UK, there are no scholarships. Please remember that. Just showing you some offer letters so that you know offer letters come before board exams begin. That's Mihika Mukherjee, जो Ivy League गई, December 12th, 2024, before pre-boards. That's Vibhuti Luthra. Let me ask you in the chat, if anybody is following me on social media, you must have seen a video. Every year I go and meet my students who go into top 20. You must have seen some videos where this year I was standing at Times Square and taking the interview of a girl who got into NYU Stern School of Business, number 3rd business school in the world. That's the same girl, Vibhuti Luthra, जिसके साथ मेरा टाइम स्क्वायर का वीडियो है मेरे इंस्टाग्राम पे. December 12th, offer letter. $600,000 of scholarship, 5 crore rupees of scholarship to our student from Bangalore, Aditya Mandlekar. Finally, he chose #1 design school in the world called Parsons. Please understand, it was because of his profile that he got into Parsons, and profile was not around arts alone. It was around combining arts with social service and technology. Every single student here you see with scholarships, they have got it before their board exams begin. Even in India, look at Flame, India's #1 university in today's time. Their offer letter is February 1st. Board exams do not begin that time. Rochester Institute of Technology, look at that date. And not just this year, every single year. Since even last year, Flame's offer letter came in the month of February and March. February 2 को full ride offer letter आ गया था हमारे स्टूडेंट को. बोर्ड एग्जाम्स चालू भी नहीं हुए थे. हाउ? SAT and profile. I'll repeat how. SAT and profile. SAT बहुत जरूरी है. तैयारी करके दो, अच्छे से पढ़ करके दो. Do not be penny wise and pound foolish. One SAT, yes, will cost you 1,10,000 if you take it through that link. But one SAT can save your child from multiple entrances in India and can straight away put them into the interview. Do not be penny wise and pound foolish. There is so much scholarships lying on the table. This kid got almost 8 lakh rupees per year, full scholarship from Flame, because of Guide AI's SAT prep and profile building. Look at that. Every single offer letter is before. This offer letter will tell you that universities abroad not only give one scholarship, they are ready to give you multiple scholarships. It's our student called Siddhant Bhardwaj, studying in #1 university in Canada called University of British Columbia. $1,80,000 of scholarship. 4 अप्लाई करी थी हमने, एक तो रिजेक्ट हो गई, and we are accepting it. Yes, one got rejected, but the other 3 he got through, and the total scholarship is more than the fees. Money will not be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. Our students got $35 million last year. To contact us for GPaths, the number is here. Only for GPath, the email ID is support@guide.ai. For SAT and profile building, the numbers are right there on your left hand. Take these numbers, give a call to our team. There is no harm in talking to them. Please talk to them. Yes, we are premium, but don't be penny wise and pound foolish. We are premium simply because we are not going to charge you again if your child needs to give SAT again or 3rd time. We are premium for profile building because we target every single child for scholarships. So if you are targeting top tier universities in India and outside India, then come to us. If you're not intentional, you may stay back. But do utilize the GPath discounted link. Today, if you buy it till 2 p.m., you will get a 30-minute consultation with my team. If you buy SAT today with that discounted link till 2 p.m., you'll get it at 1,10,000 instead of 125. You can use UPI, credit card, whatever. And even if you change your mind before you start the classes, you will, if you start the classes, you will not get refund. If you do not start the classes, you'll get 100% refund. Public commitment. Don't worry. We are not behind your money. There are 15,000 students who come to Asia's largest parent-student community every single year. When we started the session, there were 2,400 people. So make the right call, select the right career first, then the right degree, then the right universities, and then the right subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. This was Abhishek Gupta, career coach and a counselor. Keep following us on High School Moms. Keep following us on Guide.ai. And Avni, over to you to answer any specific GPath related, SAT related questions. Till the time, I take a break for 10 minutes. In case if you want, Avni, I can take some questions later on. If not, though I'm really tired, if you can excuse me, that'll be fine.
Yeah, we will not take any questions right now, Abhishek, because there are few emails and calls that we need to get going for people who have already taken SATs and GPATs. So we need to immediately, there are 4 SAT payments already being done. So we need to get going with that as well.
Can you acknowledge those people here, please?
Okay, I will just have to check from the team, but I have got it that there are 4 payments already received.
All right, just acknowledge them later
Yeah,
on. Maybe
yeah.
send them a thank you
Yeah.
for trusting us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. The links are there in the chat for SAT prep, for discounted link of the SAT, discounted link of the GPath, MU and TTD. All the 3 links are coming. And if you want to build your profile, remember, bring your students to child to us in grade 9 and 10. Don't bring them in grade 11 and 12 because एक साल में कोई profile build नहीं होती. It does not get built in 1 year. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. Just 1 second.
Whoever is asking me a question that when is the right time or an ideal time to start the SAT preparation, we typically recommend that anytime when the student has either entered grade 9th or is in the second term of grade 9th, it's the most ideal time to start the preparation, considering that you should make your first attempt of SAT before your grade 10th officially goes in full swing. So that's the most ideal time for you to start with your SAT preparation. So whoever is in grade end of grade 9th, you should immediately start with your SAT preparation. Whoever is in your grade 10th right now, we do understand you have your board examination. So maybe a good thing would be that you make the payment and we can always start the sessions after March, because our team will not be able to provide you with any discount at that point in time. It will rather be as from the 1st of January. Typically, our SAT preparation fees does get increased by about 10%. So that point in time, rather than 1,25,000, it would be much more than that. So if you are in your grade 10th, you can make the payment right now, and the classes can always begin after the board examination is completed. And third, whoever is in grade 11th, I just replied to a parent right now that if you are a grade 11th parent, you should have started with your SAT preparation as on yesterday. It means that whoever is in grade 11th should have ideally already taken one attempt of SAT, but if not done already, you should begin with your preparation immediately. So to answer that question, anybody who is in grade 9th right now can start your preparation. Whoever is in grade 8th, I would suggest that wait for about 3-4 months before you can start with your SAT preparation, although the SAT scores are valid for 5 years. So even if it means that you do take it right now, it's okay, but maybe it might become a little challenging or overwhelming for a grade 8 student to immediately start with their SAT preparations. Thank you. Miss Chandani Lakhanpal, if you are there and if you would want to come and ask a question, because you said my child is in grade 10th and I want to understand about SAT. So if you are by chance around, I can unmute you and you can directly ask a question if you would want to do it. Okay. Divya Suresh has asked me that who will take the classes of SAT. Our SAT faculty are the trained faculties from, or they are College Board certified faculties. So College Board is technically the one who who takes or who conducts the SAT exams. So they are the ones who are College Board certified trainers. So Divya Suresh, if that answers your question with regards to who is the ones who are going to take the SAT classes. SAT by us is being conducted online, virtually, considering that we deal with students not just from multiple cities, but multiple countries from across the globe. So that's the reason it is being conducted virtually. It depends, if you ask me, what are the batches and all of that duration. Typically, it is either weekdays or weekends. Weekdays, the batches or the classes are approximately 1 to 1.5 hours per class through Tuesdays to Fridays, and weekend is 2 hours each class. So that's what is the structure of our SAT batches looks like. Can we speak? We are from Germany and my son is in 10th now. Miss Jaya Lakshmi, if you can DM me your number and we will connect with you, and our team will contact you and have a discussion with you. Okay. Okay, anybody, there are almost 88 DMs, so I am gonna try. Nadeem is saying, I have paid for the GPath career assessment, but when I try to start the assessment, it is asking me to pay again. I have logged in, I see. Okay. Nadeem, I would, whoever is facing any challenges or difficulty with regards to GPath, please send us email on support@guide.ai, and our team will try to resolve it on priority. Whoever is sending us the email today before 6 p.m., and we will ensure that we are answering or we are resolving your queries. I hope you are able to hear me, Nadeem. Send it to us, and Sagar from my team will connect and resolve this challenge immediately on priority. Okay, Nupur, great question. Should you be looking at IBDP for Indian universities? Let me tell you, when it comes to the curriculum of IBDP, it is something which is recognized by Indian universities as well. So you do not have to worry about changing the board of your child. So I don't think so. If by chance the question is, should you continue? Because I do not know which board right now your child is in. If the child is doing IGCSE and then plans to do IBDP, or if the child is been doing MYP and plans to do IBDP, my suggestion would be he is used to a particular learning teaching method and a pedagogy. So do not shift in grade 11th and 12th to ISC until and unless the thought is just that, oh, I want to continue with Indian universities hence. But Indian universities also accepts IBDP, IGCSE, A levels, whatever you call it as. So I don't think so that that's a challenge. Rather, your child might just have an edge even in Indian universities, particularly in the private Indian universities, with regards to the preparation and been able to align with their curriculum as well. Okay, Abhishek is gonna come in next 2-3 minutes and he will take a couple of questions. But the rule of the game is very simple. You got to be on your screen if you want to ask any questions to Abhishek, sir. Very clear. Okay, can you please repeat the process to access GPath? Anjana Singha, the process is very simple. Please go on web.guide.ai and log in from the email ID from which the payment has been made. And then once you do that, it will ask you to make your profile by creating a password and all of that. And then after that is done, on the left hand side, there is a tab which is called as career assessment. Click on that. You will go inside that page and you have to select on GPath Global Career Assessment. And Abhishek, if you're taking the question, I would want Jaya Singh's question to be answered first, because that kid was always on the camera. and his hand is raised. He's joined by his mother. A lot of them switched on the camera after I announced that you are coming and you will take the questions if you are on camera. But Jaya Singh was
That's
somebody
that's
who
the first that's the first kid I took
Yes.
live, right? Hey
Yes.
buddy, go ahead, go again. Unmute yourself. And you need to introduce yourself, which school, which class, what's your name, which city, and then ask me your question, okay? Please unmute yourself.
अब रुक जाओ, अब मेरे को इधर भी अनम्यूट करने को बोल रहे हैं.
हो गया unmute?
Yes, I am so
Go ahead.
sorry.
No worries, go ahead.
Yeah,
Your
sir, I
name,
wanted to.
hold on. Your name, your rule is, I'll take few questions, but you got to start with your name, your class, your city, your curriculum. I will not answer generic questions till the time I know you, okay?
Okay, my
Go
name
ahead.
is Krishank Singh. I am from Mount Litera Z School, PCMC area, Bakad, standard 10 ICSC.
From Pune. Pune बताओ.
You have to unmute again, beta. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Let mama be there. You don't have to push her
I
away.
know, but then she pressed the mute button again, so I was like, wait.
मैम आप म्यूट बटन मत दबाइए, आप खड़े रहिए एंड रिमेंबर वन थिंग बेटू, मम्मा तेरी मम्मा है,
I know.
राइट? तो थोड़ा सा चिंतित है. लेट हर बी देयर, यू आस्क योर क्वेश्चन.
Yes. Okay. So
Problem first.
I have run into a problem that is getting resolved. Number two are my questions. I have two questions. Number one, I want to get into robotical engineering. All right. How compatible is robotic engineering with aerospace?
Okay, very compatible. Please understand, when you say aerospace, are you talking about aerospace engineering beta, or are you talking about aerospace as a career and a sector? You need to be very clear on that front. So let
As a
me
sector.
Okay, so let me clarify now, since you have mentioned as a sector. When you go into aerospace as a sector, there are three kinds of degrees that you can do, okay? One is aerospace engineering, okay? It is not aeronautical engineering, it is aerospace engineering. When you do aerospace engineering, you basically work on spacecrafts, okay? The second sector that you get, the second degree that you get into aerospace as a sector is called mechanical or computer engineering, because these spacecrafts are commanded from the earth, right? Using mechanics and computers. The third sector that you can get into aerospace engineering, aerospace would be robotics. Now, robotics, aaj ke baad, okay, an intelligent kid like you and somebody who's confident enough of asking a question in front of hundreds of people should not talk robotics, you should say mechatronics. What would you say?
Mechatronics.
Mechatronics. Mechatronics is the scientific word for robotics. Basically, an area of work where mechanical engineering and electronic engineering combines. That's where robotics is born. So how it will happen is, ideally, honestly, if you want to get into aerospace, let me be as honest as possible, beta. If you are able to get into a college like IISc, nothing like it in India, chances are 1 in a million, right? 1 in a million. So you should be targeting the best of the universities abroad. For example, my son is applying for MIT and Caltech. Those should be your top tier universities that you should be looking at. MIT, Caltech, Georgia Tech, Illinois Tech. Those are the kind of colleges that will get absorbed by ISROs and NASA's. Yes, most of these colleges, for example, MIT, when you apply, you do not apply any specialization. Okay? MIT के फॉर्म में कहीं पे भी लिखा नहीं है, this is what you're going to come and study. They say make an application to MIT, and then they allow you to study whatever you want to study. Yes, their essays will ask you what do you want to study, and that's why your entire profile has to be around mechatronics, robotics, create a robot, participate in robotics competitions, write a research paper on space sciences, because robots will be used on Mars, robots will be used on Moon. There is a lot of scope from mechatronics to aerospace. And yes, there is a lot of synergy and you can definitely go for it. Next question.
Next question is, I have been looking into a lot of your Instagram handles, and what I have come up with is that something that you really do appreciate as a job futuristically is finance, going into finance and data science, quantitative finance. So if you could suggest what is the best pathway to get there.
Okay, number one, I can suggest what is the best pathway to get there, but get where? On one hand, you're talking about aerospace. On the other hand, you're talking about robotics. And third hand, you're talking about finance. These are three different fields altogether, meant for
Yes.
three different kinds of people.
Hmm.
Okay, so you need to
Yes.
first take the G path, find the best possible career for yourself first. Okay,
All right.
once you do that, but since you've asked me this question, beta, investment banking and quantitative finance is not meant for anybody and everybody. They are really rigorous because we are talking about possibly the top 2 highest paid careers in the world. My student Vibhuti Luthra, she's studying finance with investment banking and consulting at NYU Stern. Can you imagine her graduate salary would be how much? The day she comes out in 2029, her salary will be bare minimum 2 crore rupees a year. That's the power of Stern in finance. But what is Stern looking at? Are you meant for finance? There will be a lot of students who will come to Stern and say, hey, I got 95%. Stern is not excited because everybody at the top tier university is a class topper. Everybody is a great student. They are not looking at toppers. They are looking at interesting students, not exceptional students. So who will be an interesting student? Somebody who wants to come to Stern, has already published a research paper in economics, have built a community or a society or a club for the students of India to teach economics or something like that. For something like what Shivansh did for debating, you could do for economics or finance. Somebody who knows how to combine finance with maths and creates mathematical models. They want to see your passion for finance, not your marks in finance, right? They are aware that if you come here, you'll never be the topper because every single child at Stern will be one of the best students of the world, right? So I do not know, but if you are somebody who can work for 20 hours out of 24, if you are somebody who is ready to work on weekends because markets will react on Monday, if you're ready to do mathematical modeling for stock markets, that's when you go into quantitative finance and investment banking. There is a reason why I'm sending my son to that field because my son is great with mathematics, amazing with coding, and is able to speak well. And that's why investment banking and private equity as a career. But if he was not good with mathematics, I would never have suggested him in investment banking. So take the G paths, take your SAT, bare minimum 4 APs you should write next year. Write down AP microeconomics, AP macroeconomics, AP calculus BC, and AP statistics. And come to Guide AI. We will prepare you for all the 4 APs. We'll prepare you for your profile. We will prepare you for your SAT. Just we cannot do one thing for you. Actually two. One, bringing you us on time. For going into a top tier university, 9th ke final exams is also late. You're already in 10th and about to write boards. Okay. Imagine one thing. When 1,000 students come to us in grade 9, 750 go on scholarships. How much can vary? Somebody goes on full ride. A lot of them do not go on full ride, but they get some scholarship. Having this hope that everybody will get a full ride, halwa nahi hai. Because you want full ride, everybody will get a full ride. You need to be like one who can get a full ride. You need to have that. When you saw Shivansh's profile or Navya's profile, you need to first see, where do I stand in front of them? These are the kind of kids who are making in top 100.
True.
So it's about planning. So, I mean, the second thing we cannot do for you is get marks in your board exams and you're in 11th. Board exams do not matter. You bring 95% in grade 10, it does not impress any university. Can you bring 90% or 85% in grade 11? That's what matters. Because 10th in marks, every university knows is inflated, is bloated. Reality strikes when you're in grade 11.
True.
Okay?
Yes.
Hope I've answered your question. The best path to go for investment banking and private equity is the one which I've suggested my son. Take economics major and maths minor, not accounting major. Accounting will make you clerical. Economics will make you managerial. Remember that.
Okay.
Okay? Awesome. Sanket Mehta.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mehta. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for this inspiring session. Without doing much ado, I'll just give you a background. Adit is in grade 8 right now at ICSE. and his subject selection was almost due. We took help from your team also recently. Having said that, we are at the juncture for deciding what should be the next step in case of SAT should be or PSAT should be attended first or profile building should be started first.
So
And
profile-
how well an ICSE kid in grade 9 is able to cope up with all the ICSE curriculum as well as these activities, and what kind of time allocation, how does it work? It's a minute granular question.
so
Sorry
I'll
for
tell you
not your level,
honestly.
but
So I'll tell you honestly, sir, going to a top tier university is like a marathon. It's not a sprint, and that's why you got to start as early as grade 9. Number two, right now your child will not prepare for SAT, will prepare for PSAT. Okay? We will make him write the PSAT. Please remember, let's prepare him really well for PSAT, because 40% students who prepare for PSAT and then prepare for SAT get a 1500 plus on SAT. Okay? Because your mindset gets built earlier around logic. Okay? Logic can be learned only over a period of time. Right?
Right.
Now, once he has done with his PSATs, that's when we start with SATs and APs. Profile building has to start as on yesterday. Okay? Because when you saw Shivanshi's profile or when you saw the teen debater or inspire her, आज आपको दिख रहा है because everything is there on the website. For first 2 years, you would have not even got to know what they did and how they did it, because there was no story. Profile is a story which emerges from who I am. So Adit here would be one kind of a person who has his own story. Now you might say, but Abhishek sir, he doesn't have a story. He comes from a good family. We are well off. What story would he have? Every child has a story. I'll tell you my son's story. He has everything. He goes to school in a BMW. His father owns one. So there is no problem with him, right? The fact
Right.
of the matter is, imagine he's a school topper, but still, every time he does something or achieves something, he's an Economic Times Young Changemaker, India Squad of Debating. Every time he does something, his friends tease him that "Terko kya chinta hai? Your father is Asia's #1 career counselor." So all his credit goes to his father. Imagine that pressure, right? Now that pressure became a reason for him to start the teen debater कि ये चीज मैंने बनाई है, मेरे पापा ने नहीं.
Right.
Right? So everything came out of story. Now debating, why? Because 60% of the students in Ivy Leagues are debaters. They are not MUNers, they are debaters. So we moved him from MUN to International Circuit of Debating. You'll be surprised. We did not even spend a penny on him till the time he got into Oxford debate finals. Yes, when he
Right.
got into Oxford debate finals, that time I spent money and I took my family for a vacation to UK because I wanted to see him speak at Oxford.
Right.
Usse pehle, it was only about knowledge. So you are coming to us for that knowledge base. But that
Right.
knowledge base is wasted if you bring your child in grade 11. Because if you bring him to us in next 1 or 2 months, he gets complete 3 years with us. You bring
Right.
him in 10th, there will be a problem of boards. You bring him in
Correct.
11th, it will be too difficult. So it's a marathon. From today, if he spends exactly 1 hour a day, he will be studying in Ivy Leagues.
Okay.
Okay.
Apart from his curriculums.
Yeah, but if he says, I'm not going to study for 5 days, on a Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to do 10 hours, he's not making to top 100.
Okay.
It's
Got
about consistency, right?
Right.
Second, for when you come to us, don't come to us in piecemeal. Come to us in one package straight. SAT भी आ गया, PSAT भी आ गया, APs भी आ गया, प्रोफाइल बिल्डिंग भी आ गया. अब हाई स्कूल मॉम्स और गाइड आपसे कॉलेज का ऑफर लेटर आने तक कोई पैसा नहीं मांगेगा.
I understand.
Right? Second, our fees includes our consulting and our knowledge. SAT prep, AP prep and PSAT prep. What it does not include is, मैंने अगर 5,000 रुपए का कोई competition participate करवाया है, you will pay the fees. What it does not include is, if he is capable of, for example, my son wrote a research paper in economics. We got a Oxford faculty. It costed me a bomb. I'm not kidding. It costed me 5 lakh rupees to get that faculty and get him do a research to get it published. Right?
Okay.
But those kind of activities are only possible in grade 11 when the child is that great that he will be able to write a research paper, because that research paper means now your child, if it's published, now your child is actually getting into the top tier.
Correct.
Right? So वो सब चीज करने के लिए time चाहिए. Bring him
Right.
to us early. Yeah, 1 hour a day is what you need to keep it aside. I'm not
Sir,
going to deny that.
in your experience, Are ICSE kids able to cope up
Oh,
in
yeah.
these 2 years?
See, it is not about curriculum. Let me tell you, there are only 2 universities in the world which do not accept CBSE, ISC, and HSC.
Okay.
One is called Oxford and the other is called Cambridge.
Okay.
Now, you cannot apply to Oxford and Cambridge both. You can only apply to one because there is only one
Right.
application and they are highly competing.
Right.
Right? So it's only one university where बेटा तू बंद कर देगा तो पापा वापस कैसे पूछेंगे? कितनी जल्दी
Sorry.
है तेरे को?
No, no, it was my error.
Okay. So, do not change the curriculum if your child is doing good in ISC. If your child is not doing good in ISC, then change the curriculum. In my case, I'll tell you honestly, I kept my son into CBSE till grade 6, IGCSE till grade 10, and
Okay.
IBDP in grade 11 and 12.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
very clear. I'm going to give him the best curriculum which is suited to him at
Right.
the right time. And that's
Right.
why he was always consistently performing better, because sometimes it is not about the child, it's about the right curriculum for the child.
Correct.
Right? So ICSC, see, sir, let me be honest, Mr. Mehta here. If your child is one of those, and I don't think, Adit, you are one of those, but if you are one of those, beta, who is going to complain, how do I manage? Then please give up your dreams on your top 100. You better
And-
learn how to manage. Okay?
Correct.
And the only way your parents and us can help you to manage is, let's get you started on time so that all the pressure is not there in 1 year.
Right.
I mean, don't expect me to say you will get into an Ivy League or an NUS, Singapore, or an HKUST or an LSC. We are the only company in India, possibly Asia Pacific, which has one LSC admit every single year for last 5 years. Do you
Okay.
think these kids would have made it without SAT, without APs, or without profile? No, beta. No, absolutely not. They got to work hard. You are talking about universities jahan se graduate hote hi, you'll be earning 1.5 crores. You got to work hard for that.
True.
Right? So I can't say you don't have to work hard. You have to work hard better. There might be a situation where, see, Adit, you might come back and say, Papa, I'm overwhelmed. I do not know what to do. Okay? In that situation, you can give 2 reactions. One, Papa, I don't want to do it. Now, Papa also cannot help you and guide also cannot help you. If you give a reaction, Papa, I'm overwhelmed. Can I talk to my team at guide? Maybe they will tell me what to focus now and what I can do after my finals. Then we have a solution for you.
Yes, correct.
Answer.
Right? You give up, we don't have a solution. You ask for a solution, we have a solution. You know, in profile building, my team meets once every 45 days with grade 9 and 10 standard kid, once every month with grade 11 kid, and twice every month with grade 12 kid.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
how the pace goes up. So he will be on track. Don't worry. The only request is, Mr. Mehta, and to everybody, when till the time the child is not in grade 10, one of the parents has to be in every meeting.
Correct. Makes sense.
Meeting can be scheduled as per your convenience, not a problem.
Right.
But one of you have to be there till he's there in grade 10. You will not talk. He will talk to the team.
Correct.
But you need to be aware what he is getting into.
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
cannot put your child into a top tier university without your support, sir.
Absolutely. That goes without saying.
Right? So
Yeah.
I hope I've answered all your questions.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can connect with our team.
Sure, sure. I'll be in touch with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Okay, I'll take one from Nirali Patel. I've asked you to unmute, Ms. Patel. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Please
Good
go
evening.
ahead.
Good afternoon.
Tell me your question.
हाँ सर, मेरा सन 10th ग्रेड में अभी पढ़ रहा है, सीबीएसई बोर्ड है
Mhm.
और मैथ्स में उसको बहुत इंटरेस्ट, मैथ्स में वो अच्छा है, अभी प्री सेट की भी टेस्ट दी थी तो मैथ्स में उसका फुल मार्क्स है।
Very good.
तो अभी आगे उसने कैलकुलस बीसी का वो ले लिया है, एपी का कुछ फीस हमने पे की है, मई में वो दी जाती है वो।
मैम पता है मुझको, एपी एग्जाम साल में एक ही बार होते हैं, मई में। कैलकुलस बीसी की क्लासेस हम कंडक्ट करते हैं फ्रॉम दिसंबर ऑनवर्ड्स। फरवरी मार्च में एग्जाम्स के लिए ब्रेक देते हैं, और उसके बाद बिकॉज इट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट, मैं आपको एक चीज दिखाता हूं, रुकिए। तब तक आप अपना क्वेश्चन बोलिए, कोई बात नहीं।
हाँ सर, तो उसकी कैलकुलस बीसी के अलावा वो कौन सा वो एपी दे सकता है?
ऐसे नहीं बता सकते मैम, डिपेंड्स विच प्रोग्राम में जाने वाला है, बिकॉज बेयर मिनिमम 4 एपी देने होते हैं। आपको पता है मेरे बेटे ने 8 एपी दिए हैं, 6 तो इसी साल दिए हैं। सो जबकि मेरे स्टूडेंट्स 4 ही देते हैं। सो ऐसे नहीं बता सकते, आपको बताना पड़ेगा कि कौन से प्रोग्राम में जाना चाह रहा है, बिकॉज एपीज अगर उस प्रोग्राम
इन्वेस्टमेंट
से
बैंकिंग जो आप बोल रहे हो कि मैथ्स में अच्छा है तो वो जा सकता है, तो अभी उनसे भी मुझे, अभी तो वो ट्यूशन में है, तो वो अभी नहीं, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में जाना है, वो कोर्स लेना है, तो कौन सी एपी उसको देनी पड़ेगी?
लिखिए, माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स एपी,
माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स,
एपी मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स एपी,
हम्म
कैलकुलस बीसी जिसके लिए आपने ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर कर लिया,
हम्म
एंड एपी स्टैटिस्टिक्स। एक चीज याद रखिएगा, माइक्रो, कैलकुलस और स्टैट्स बहुत डिफिकल्ट एपीज हैं। एपी 5 नंबर का होता है, जब तक 4 या 5 नहीं आएंगे तब तक उस एपी की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, बिकॉज एपी देने का मतलब है ये सब्जेक्ट ना तो फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ना है ना उसकी फीस देनी है। प्लस इफ यू राइट 4 एपीज and if you get a 3 on 5 or a 4 on 5 or a 5 on 5 in 3 of them, you become an AP scholar, which means your scholarship chances go through the roof. I'll show you something. ये देखिए, मेरे बेटे ने अपने फाइनल एग्जाम्स के साथ इस साल, ये उसकी फाइनल एग्जाम्स की डेट शीट है, 6 एपीज तो इस साल लिखवाए हैं मैंने। पब्लिक कंप्लेन करती है, हाय मेरा बेटा कैसे करेगा। भाई मेरे बेटे ने कैसे किया होगा? अगर आपको अपने बच्चे को टॉप टियर यूनिवर्सिटी में भेजना है, आप टाइम पे चालू करिए, वरना आप बोलते रहेंगे 9th में जल्दी है, 10th में बोर्ड्स है, 11th टू डिफिकल्ट है, 12th में हाय हम लेट हो गए। दैट्स नॉट हाउ करियर्स आर प्लान। सो एपी की रजिस्ट्रेशन डेट्स अब बंद हो गई हैं मिस पटेल। नाउ दे विल ओपन अगेन इन February, which is called late registration. Quickly take a number and put your child into AP classes with us. Without classes नहीं हो पाएगा, because AP curriculum is a college level syllabus. बच्चे ने पढ़ाई नहीं है आज तक ये सब। So you can take the number 9958879749.
9958879749. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right, Ji. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll have to take your leave. I'm too tired right now. The WhatsApp is coming on your, and I've requested my team कि discounted link 2 बजे की जगह 3 बजे तक कर दे, because they have not been able to send the WhatsApp because this session was on. WhatsApp can only be sent once session closes, so that we are able to download the data of people who have attended. So WhatsApp is coming to you in next 15 minutes. Make use of the discounted link of GPath. Make use of the discounted link of SAT. Call us on 9958879749. Call us on 9910225520. I'll leave the numbers on your screen, and you can now safely log out after capturing the numbers. Please take a screenshot. I'm gonna count till 10 and we are ending the session. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you so very much. You have a great day and a great career ahead.